Your facial hair is an abomination.
Really? I've always wanted to look like Zorro.
I forgot my razor when I came out here, so I've been growing a beard myself.
Oh, you look good, buddy. This is Fan Drew, a fan that was once in the July 4th video. A couple years ago?
We can't pivot off the subject of your face right now this quickly. Drop your mic and let the people see what you did.
Oh, yeah. This is, guys, this is my new full-time look. Full-time look. This will be how I look from now on. So if you have a problem with it, I don't care.
When I came in and your hair was down, it was much, much worse. You looked like you were mid-transition, maybe past the midway point, maybe 3/4 of a mile, maybe pulling into the hotel parking lot of your destination.
Oh, wow. Which is what? The waiting room before the old cock goes goodbye?
Jesus.
Bottom surgery. I like how they call it bottom and top surgery.
I think I would dominate as a trans woman as much as I would dominate as a male, you know, in this world. So
after getting your bottom surgery, you'd be a top.
Woman.
Yeah, dude. I would be like, I would be in all the trans, like, probably the shows. What are they called? I'd probably do one of those breakfast shows where the trans go and they dance.
That is the last time I want to see really any sexual display, but especially that kind, is while I'm eating Eggs Benedict at 9 a.m. with a hangover.
Oh, yeah. I would love it if just families were surrounding me and I was just fucking doing a number, maybe flash dance with the water. Like it just gleams on me and then I'm just waving my hair around Danny. Dude, I mean, I'd have a great time being one of those dancing trans.
I'm sure. I'm sure you would. And I'm sure you would eventually get some complaints regarding your behavior toward the patrons of the brunch place, the employees back in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Probably even the doctor that removed your penis. Fandrew, you've been making some money since the time of this video.
I still technically made good money that year.
I'm saying since the time of this.
Oh, yes, definitely.
You started making money around this time. It's gone on and on and on. I've seen his whip.
Yeah.
His whip.
The actual one, not the rental.
His whip back in Georgia. It's a very nice Corvette. And he just pulled up here in a McLaren that cost you how much for the weekend?
$5,500 for 2 days.
That is a terrible financial decision.
Oh, no, 100%. I definitely got shit from Austin for that one.
God damn it. But you're making enough money where that's chump change for you?
Actually, I put it on a business credit card because it's a business expense now.
Still.
Courtesy of Danny.
That's nice. He did want us to have him on the podcast, so it'd be a business expense. But still, you writing stuff off, it's not as if that money is free money. You still have to pay a big tax load.
Yeah.
I mean, I write off almost everything because all I do... With my girlfriend, occasionally we go eat sushi. Other than that, I drive a piece of shit car and I wear the same sweatpants every day. But to my surprise, after writing off 90% of my income to my accountant, he still hands me back a bill that almost made me cry.
Jesus.
Okay? So it's not this isn't a get out of fucking... This thing is going to hurt you.
Oh, no.
This $5,000 McLaren.
Unless you're making $100,000 a month or something.
No.
Okay.
How much you making a month?
I think it averaged out this year to $33K a month.
$33K a month, and you
but like that fluctuates, right? So like early in the year, I think in April I made 66. Wow. But then a few months ago,
in 1 month you made 66,
and then a few months ago I made 16. So like it fluctuates, but
I don't want to
30.
I don't want to like let's talk about the stuff he could have purchased instead of that fucking car for 2 days. I mean, you know the hooker you could buy for $2,500 a night.
She doesn't even have to be a hooker. I mean, if you walk up to a random girl on Rodeo, and you shove $5,000 in her face, buddy, it's Waldorf Astoria time.
That is an experience in itself. Just right off the streets to a hotel. Wow, dude, with just cash.
I actually know a stripper / OnlyFans / retired YouTuber in Atlanta that I could probably pay that would be willing to do that.
Any girl out here would take that kind of money to have sex. Are you kidding me?
But we could make a video out of it, honestly. Danny, me and Danny could go up and be like, "Hey, would you take $5,000 to fuck that kid?"
I think most people, if they were smart enough, would.
I'm sure that'd be great for our image. I mean, I would love to see it, Leo. I'm really curious on the data on how many women on Melrose, which Melrose...
We do hidden cam?
Melrose is a very hot shopping district. I'm curious what women on that street and what women on Rodeo... The reason I choose those two streets is because that's materialistic women who need a lot of money so they can keep up with the Jeanettes of the world and make sure their fits and their bags are all up to snuff. Those girls, I think, would say yes more often, and I want to know how many would say yes to $5,000.
I think...
or test the price difference between the two streets. Ask them how much and see what the difference is.
Rodeo's going to be more.
Yeah,
Come on,
definitely.
dude.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it's going to be up in the 90%. I think 90% close rate.
For $5
You really
grand?
think that? Is that really? Do you really think?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
You got to pick the right chicks. I mean, you got to pick the right ones to approach. But yeah,
The ones that are like carrying the Prada bags and stuff.
yeah.
See, those chicks, though.
They probably already have money.
I think
from their
fake lips and
daddies.
ass. I think
There's King! King Croc's here!
Yeah, dude.
He's wearing a shirt that says Negro Life.
That's
Oh my
awesome,
God.
man.
Jesus.
Wow.
What were you saying, Drew?
I totally forgot.
Well, we were talking about Prada bags. The thing with the Prada bags is, though, if the chick has a big face, fake ass, and giant
That's
tits,
what I was-
you
yeah.
could probably assume she is a professional escort, and therefore, if she says no, she may still be willing to negotiate.
Yeah.
And you, I'm sure it's not going to be a problem to throw an extra $2 grand in to sweeten the deal. But you might also run into a Jewish American woman who's very lovely in her 40s, who also just came out of Prada, and she's married to an executive at Warner Brothers, and she doesn't want your fucking peasanty $5,000.
I hooked up with a MILF before, like a 30-year-old. I'm 23, so like in my mind, that's a MILF. I just like, I'm not a fan. Like once you bust, like you're cuddling there afterwards, and you're like, what am I doing here? This woman's like 7 years older than me.
7 years as a MILF? She was 30?
30, 35, 40, that's all MILF territory for me.
No.
You got a lot of growing to do, kid, after
You- that
that
is very
sentence.
true.
Yeah, but that's okay.
You're sounding like Austin. Austin
But
used
still,
to be
like-
like
Yeah, Austin would
But
say
still, you're
stuff
cuddling
like
a
that.
girl who's 7 years older than you. You're like, this is not okay.
yeah. Leo says the
it's-
same thing about 7 years younger than him. Oh my God. You're 24? Oh, that's even.
whoa.
What is 7 years? That's 28. Oh, 28 is way too
29,
old for
Danny,
Leo.
29 is-
29.
it's definitely way too
Yeah,
old.
Leo, after he fucks a girl 7 years younger than him, he has to go vomit.
Jesus.
I want
Bag of
the
wrinkles.
fans to take a look at Fan Drew right now in the 4th of July video, because I don't think people remember because his transformation is so gnarly.
Let's go to the fight. I mean,
Yeah, because
all he
fan-
does.
that's where he shines.
All he does is he throws a punch. I say all he does, like I'm minimizing that. That's a great achievement that he got in there after knowing us for how long, Fandrew? 2 hours?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You were already willing to get violent for us.
that was awesome. Man.
Let's see this.
Revolution, good vibes and music. That's a reggae band. You seem very non-reggae right now. You're punching me in the nuts? Yeah, I am. Why are you fucking with me, dude?
I hated this guy.
I'm getting assaulted on camera.
What's this guy's problem?
Back up. There's cameras here, please.
We're at Huntington Beach. We have
Why do we have
a
to do
dude
this
with a
watch
mask
Can we go buy you a beer?
in our faces trying to get violent for probably something that wasn't serious.
Exercise some modesty, honey. Exercise some modesty.
A crazy lady just came up and called 2 young chicks harlots for wearing bikinis. I'm getting shoved here.
Right here. This guy?
Hey, that's the fuck you doing. Give me another one.
We're getting clearly assaulted. My hat was grabbed off. Something was yanked out of my hand.
I just want her to dress
A homeless hippie is on their side. Another guy grabs my hat again.
Top off my hat. I might as well
This is
make
almost a
her do
metaphor
dress
how,
for
like,
her to cover her stomach and
the world
legs.
works right now. You know?
Thank you. Hey,
The ones who touch
God bless you.
You fucking ones who touch are the idiots.
Camera will show. The camera will
Probably QAnon following local steps in on our side.
Yeah,
He's getting in on the communist
yeah,
chat.
that's so funny.
Total QAnon.
Hey, the cops off to leave after they made everybody get away with the liquor?
The cops don't have
This is insane.
This is out of control.
Hey, that harlot over there needs to put a bathing suit on that actually covers her skin. Hey, what?
Your ability to distill improv in situations where people are throwing hands, it's always amazing to me.
Here,
Because I can't improv in situations like this.
Fandrew, you got in on this, right? Where were you right there? Did I go back a little bit? Let's see Fandrew's shot.
The one who knocked him to the ground. Right. Just before
Harlot
that.
over there needs to put a bathing suit on that actually covers her skin. Hey, wait.
Right.
Where's Fandrew? Bam, there he is. Bam, right in the temple. King Croc, you respect that, right? You're good, Austin.
Base, bro.
You respect that, huh?
That's fucking base.
It's
That
funny,
was base.
It was me and Austin were talking to that guy sitting on the beach. I think he said he looked like the guy from Harry Potter, the blonde
Yeah,
guy.
he
Yes.
said he might have.
And then the guy with the backpack just showed up out of nowhere, just like policing basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, these people.
He's the one who started the fight.
You can tell these people here. This was a charged time in our country. This was immediately following the pandemic and George Floyd. everybody, the facts hadn't come to light about everything. If you were seen walking around without a mask at this time, you were a Nazi.
Yep.
If you weren't taking a knee 5 times a day and counting to 8 minutes like Nancy Pelosi did to honor George Floyd, you were likewise a Nazi. And these people just saw us dressed up in American stuff, and that didn't sit right with them, and therefore they were all over us to begin with.
And literally met up with the MAGA Hulk a few minutes after this.
We met up with MAGA Hulk, baby. Bam. Fandrew's here, King Croc. He is a longtime fan of the channel, makes a lot of money, good friend of the channel. How are you making this money? You used to be selling Counter-Strike skins.
What? No, never.
Scamming little.
Now it's about your Minecraft mods, correct?
So
Oh, what? That is the same thing.
It's just as gay.
They're not Counter-Strike skins. They're Minecraft mods, dude. How dare you? How dare you insult my way of making a living?
to be fair, one's a lot more like official than the other. Like I actually have a partner manager at Microsoft and everything. So
Oh, that's dope.
so yeah, I own a company that does content for the Minecraft marketplace.
Did your partner manager give you that pearl necklace?
That's
Microsoft technically.
he's
the
you
money.
know what a pearl necklace is, kid?
What?
It's when a guy jizzes all over your neck.
Only a guy, though.
Yeah.
Dude, I was watching porn the other day, and it was the title of the video was "Girl Rides the Pearls," and I was like, "What does this mean?" And I found
God.
out what AIDS looked like. He had like pearls.
Wait, what?
Yeah, he had some STD on his dick that made it look like he had pearls embedded in
That's
his.
not.
disgusting.
I don't know what it was, but I was like, "What the fuck is
Was this the dark web, kid? Where are you?
Where
were you
sells his
watching?
Minecraft
It's one of those
mods.
things like you saw and you're like, I'm not gonna get off to this, but like I have to click on this.
Oh,
and I read the comments,
wow.
and people were commenting, "This is the most disgusting porn video I've ever seen." I'm like, what the fuck?
I'm not watching porn
You know-
ever again. After if I know that video exists, I don't want to watch porn ever again.
Maybe the lady had a stage 3 brain tumor. Maybe she was going out anyway. And
Maybe she
this-
got paid $5,000, and
Exactly. And she could send it right to her children in Guatemala.
it was a Latina too.
Why do you
That's the funny part.
always
Told
go?
you.
Any fucked up porn, anything like that? You always think it's Latinos. I'm Latinx, and I think that's bullshit.
Leah, will you forgive me?
Yes, a lot of it's Asian. Okay, there's a lot of weird Asian porn too. Okay,
Yeah. You got to think porn like that is coming from a place on Earth where the average wage is like 25 US cents a day.
So Bosnia.
Somewhere like Bosnia, somewhere like the Congo.
I gotta go there, bro.
Somewhere like Laos, somewhere like what's the poorest country in Latin America?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Honduras,
Probably
somewhere like
Guatemala.
Honduras, Guatemala, somewhere like
Venezuela
that.
Yeah, yeah. King
Where's
Croc.
Venezuela?
I don't know. I don't know anything.
Danny,
I don't know
you
anything
know-
about any of the things.
I'm gonna be a snitch right now, but I don't know. King Croc looks like he showed up late to class, completely high out of his fucking mind, dude. Look at him.
Mr. Crocodile,
What is going on? Whoa!
open your eyes wide for me.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Crocodile, have you been smoking reefer in the senior parking lot?
I think you're gonna
Seen
have
his
to go to
eyes.
the
Me
principal's
and my
office.
dogs.
Is this a bit? What is this?
I don't know.
You just showed up 15 minutes late, stoned out of your mind,
Yeah,
with a
he did.
shirt that says Negro Life.
Yes.
Get in close on that shirt so you guys know I'm just reading and not saying these things. Hold it out. Flatten it out. King, come on.
King Croc, you gotta
Negro life.
That's not helping. You made it more folded.
Negro
Listen,
life.
what happened? Why did you get so stoned before the pod?
No, I like being stoned when I'm walking. You know what I mean?
King Croc, we made
Some
so much
unlocked.
progress. We got you to stop drinking an entire bottle of tequila every episode.
Right.
And that, Austin, we don't have our backup camera working either. And now you're just right away, it's gone on to a new substance.
And the stizzy carts, man. I don't know, man. That's some shady shit you're smoking there. It's shady.
What is that?
There's pesticides
Is that the
in it.
menthol of the vape world?
Yeah, it's the menthol of the vape world. I'm sorry, the menthol of the vape marijuana world for sure. Stizzies.
Haven't you seen
Say
those
so.
big tobacco ads where it's like,
Yeah.
big tobacco is targeting the black community with
Yeah.
vapes and peach flavored cartridges now? How do you feel about being a black man succumbing to that advertising?
Well, I think it's about freedom of choice, you know what I mean? And the bigotry of low expectations. Because I'm a grown-ass nigga, you know what I mean? And most black people are. So at that point, you're really saying that a color is making them be attracted to something they don't want to already do?
Well, menthol. I mean, menthols.
That makes no
though.
fucking sense.
But menthols do. I don't know, man.
That's propaganda, bro.
Every black dude I know smokes menthol cigarettes, though.
No,
See, that's pussy shit, though. I never smoke menthols. When have you ever seen me with a menthol?
no,
Never.
You're right. King Croc does bring up a good point. It is sort of racist to put up a billboard paid for and designed by white people that implies that black people are little child people that can't protect themselves and can't make their own health decisions.
Well, but there's math behind it. I mean, I do believe that cigarettes are very hurtful in your community because they kill a lot of people. Yeah. And there's a lot of smokers, right? Yeah. So either way, it's not a negative. They're still
but
trying
it's
to
a
help.
risk. You're taking
They're
your
trying
own
to help.
risk. You know what I mean? You're a
They're
grown
trying
person.
to help King Croc, like we are.
Fucking pussies, dude.
Pussy straight up.
Like
I'm
we
thinking
are.
about starting smoking.
You are?
Yeah,
Well,
I'm thinking
it'll.
about
I mean, you have that
starting
really nice voice. Are you sure you want to kind of? It's going to get a little more like Jason Statham. You want to be like a Jason Statham on the spot?
I think about it, man. If I start growing my hair out a little bit, I cut back my shampooing to just a couple of times a week. I got that Kurt Cobain. Maybe I bring my acoustic around and I'm just puffing on Marlboro Reds.
I mean, it would be a good look
That's
for the
a
channel.
vibe, bro. You don't, bro. That's
It would be a
such
good look for
vibe.
the channel. I mean, you used to say that when you first started the channel, you used to say that we were basically a rock band.
Dude, if I'm, a little bit less YouTube, a little bit more TikTok, I'm going to put out a TikTok video and it's going to be this. 3, 2, 1. Sex.
Oh shit, dude! Damn.
That is a
That
thirst
might go
trap and it will
viral,
work.
bro.
And I'm going to have Fandrew in on it because you look like a TikTok fucko right now.
What happened to your transformation from like a nice? I don't know. In this
Respectful
video,
young
you
man.
kind of look like a kid who, if
He looks like a
prays-
colonist, to be fair.
Yes, and also he does look like a virgin. He looks like a virgin in
that,
this video.
I mean, we have him dressed
That
up.
view hurts me
There,
so much.
finally, here is one shot of him in his
Look at him.
civilian clothes before we make him dress up like George
He
Washington.
looks like a stork. He looks
I literally
sort of
didn't
like,
even have short hair before this. I just got it cut, and they cut it way too short, and I was like, "Fuck."
yeah.
So
Did
you
you,
decided.
Did you protest when your barber pissed in your hair?
I can never go to a barber and like it, so I'm just used to it at this point.
His hair is bleached white.
Yeah.
It's very, very bright. Continue, Leah.
Fan Drew, I don't know. I'm just saying, like the transformation. It's cool. This is 2 years, basically.
Yes.
Right?
Most of that happened in the last year, though.
And what would you gained weight? You got a haircut,
He gained muscle.
Yeah,
We
gained
wanna clarify.
muscle.
Sounds like we're talking shit.
Gained
He's-
muscle,
He's
yeah,
been
yeah,
working
yeah.
out.
and you've had sex with how many girls since then?
48.
48 girls
Yeah.
in 2 years,
No, 48 in a year and a half.
and a year and a half.
I lost my virginity in October of that year.
Wow.
Didn't have sex again until I moved out July of 20.
Austin's thinking the same thing I'm
2021?
thinking. Let's find the makeout. Austin knows
Respect.
exactly what we're going for. This was his first makeout.
I had to let him know I got his back,
Anything.
as I have all the fans back.
Let's back up a little
For
bit.
Danny Mullins. Can I make
Here
out
we
with you now
go.
too?
This chick was hot. Now, this is me making out. Let's-
Bring him in. We have a fan who flew out all the way from Savannah, Georgia, thinks you're adorable, has never kissed a girl. You want to be his first?
I suppose.
Will you make out with him, Georgina?
No.
God bless this woman. Yeah, really. God
Maybe like a little pet, like
Passionate
a
pet.
friendly.
These girls make America go round, hell yeah.
He's gonna make out with you.
Unbelievable. There's the makeout.
I feel so bad for her.
That was a great moment for Fan Drew, man.
I'll be honest, I'd have my face blurred too.
That's a hot chick.
Look, man.
And then here's me being, this is what got me in trouble with my girlfriend once upon a
obviously.
time. We'll watch it.
Can I make out with you now too?
Oh my God! Come on, guys. This COVID going around. You're crazy. You probably got COVID. I can't be doing that shit.
The eyebrow look is great.
like
Come to
right at the
Papa
beginning of
Mullen.
COVID.
Come to Papa Mullen. Come to Papa Mullen.
All right, press pause. Press pause.
Buddy, you said come to Papa Mullen.
I want to say that this was completely out of line, and I shouldn't have done this at the stage I was at in my relationship.
but goddamn, is it
There was a lot of hot
it's
chicks there.
entertaining,
Seriously.
dude. Oh my god.
There were a lot of hot
10
chicks.
out of
was
10 for
pimping,
that
bro.
pickup line.
Yeah.
That was pimping.
She protests a lot
Yeah.
about COVID-19. My first response is a sensual eyebrow
Yeah,
raise.
you just
And after letting her say her piece, I just paused
Yeah.
and say, come to Papa Mullen. That's
The
pretty
good
fair.
old days.
My
huh?
game isn't anywhere near as good these days, unfortunately.
Why don't we set up? Why don't Mia set up a deal with you where it's like only sub 4s, dude. These they got to be lagoon monsters that you make out. You can only make out with absolutely hideous women.
Let's talk about what a 4 is.
All right, a legitimate 4. I think she's just fat as shit, but she has nice skin and a nice face. Is that too fucked up?
I think you have a skewed idea of what a 4 is. 5. A 5 on a scale of 1 through 10 is perfectly average.
But no
Okay.
one's average, so no one's ever a 5.
The problem with, I'm not sure what you're saying, but the problem with that average assessment is average in our age group in Los Angeles is very different than average to a 45-year-old man in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But wait a second, it's actually not, because all men are attracted to the same thing. So let's go with a 5 as an absolute average girl in our age group, because 20 to 30 is what most guys look at as far as sexual options. So it's a girl who, you know, Leo, maybe she was in with the cool kids in high school, but she was the secretary for student government, and she was a bench player on the field hockey team.
And didn't never figured out makeup.
Nope.
Because that could have changed the game for certain people with not a good eye, you know, for beauty.
Absolutely.
And then also eating habits, probably not great.
She was the one who she would say, "Oh yeah, I'm not hungry. No, I don't want to go with you guys to Denny's after school." Or no. But then you would see her in the cafeteria 5 minutes before lunch ended, desperately negotiating with the cook for a pack of powdered donuts.
Right. Freshly made, you know. Yeah,
Well,
no.
from Hostess.
Well, yeah. But like, I think that this woman also maybe doesn't have the hygiene down south either. I think vagina smells a tad.
Little
Right.
bit of pussy smell.
A little bit of pussy smell. You can't, I mean, right?
Yeah.
If you're an average woman,
Yeah.
your pussy isn't pristine.
Absolutely. If you're an average woman, you shave your pubes probably as much as myself or Leo or Fandrew shave our pubes, which I go at it a little bit with my Philip Norelco, and then I let it grow back for 3 months. Not because I like it after 3 months of growth, but because I'm lazy.
Yeah.
No, I actively shave.
How often?
He wants that to be known so he can get his number up to 50.
Yeah. Well, is it like a completely shave? You shave every pube off of your penis area?
Yeah, actually.
Oh, that's a
Except for the
bad
balls.
move.
I
That's
trim
an
the balls.
infantile. It makes it look infantile.
He trims
Yeah,
the ball. See, that right there, that is not an optimal pube shaving job. He only trims the balls and he shaves everything else. That's like a girl, and I've had this experience before, who shaves perfectly clean right above her vagina, but still has hair lurking underneath and on the sides.
I ain't trying to cut my balls, though.
You can't be a pussy if you want to be perfect.
Oh, Jesus.
And we demand of women some solid work with a Bic razor and a mirror.
Yeah.
You squat over the mirror and you shave. You know, that's what I do. And I'm not just putting this on women. Before I go on a long trip with my chick, I hop on the mirror, I pull out the Philips Norelco, and I get everywhere. Ass, nuts, and above. Okay? So I'm not just putting this on women.
I'll even go further and say that if a woman doesn't spend $250 a month on laser treatment, plus maybe a Brazilian wax at the very least, grotesque. That's disgusting.
Leo told me recently that his cat, Brando, will play with a toy for like 5 minutes and then get bored of it, even if the toy cost Leo $55 at Petco. That's
true.
Leo is like that with women if their bodily upkeep isn't top notch.
Oh, yeah.
That's you.
I see a stray hair and I cheat. That's what happens.
Bam. You've taken on the characteristics of your cat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's this fucking chick comes over, 1 million followers on Instagram, but you see that one of her areolas is 1/8 of an inch smaller than the other.
Oh, yeah.
Done.
That's it.
The face he's making right now.
Symmetry is more important than anything, honestly, King Croc. You know what I'm saying? You got to find an asymmetrical bitch out there.
You mean a symmetrical bitch?
Symmetrical. Asymmetrical would mean what, dude? She's like fucking the opposite.
Fucked up
She
looking.
looks like she wandered out of a Picasso painting.
Oh,
Missing an
okay,
arm.
well.
She's a
Cross-eyed.
5. She's average.
That's true. So that is a 5. So to come down to 4, we're talking about one of the ladies bussing at the curry restaurant next door. Is that what we're saying?
I'm slamming everyone over there.
Dude, yeah, they're probably they get their steps in, Danny. Their fucking asses are probably perky as shit. They get all their steps in, and they're probably Asian, and they have phenomenal skin naturally. Yeah. So honestly, these women could be 6s, Danny. They could be 6s.
Bro, this is why this system is so hard.
Yeah.
Only having it from 1 to 10, it's like it makes such a strain, dude. You should use the Patrice O'Neill system.
Hit me with it.
1 to 30.
I love all things
1 to
Patrice.
30?
30?
I've never heard him talk
30.
about this. Tell me, Kingy.
So, you have busted bitches, mid bitches, and fine bitches. Busted bitches, 1 to 10. So you could have a bomb-ass busted bitch who's really a 10.
It's true.
Then you have a mid bitch. Mid is 10 to 20. You could have a fire mid looking bitch.
Nice.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and so on and so on. So
What is a fire busted bitch? What does that look like?
a fire busted bitch is like, okay, let's say, she's a butterface. You know what I mean? Like you slam everything butterface.
Kamala Harris is
Like
a
my
fucking
ex.
everything but her face. No, Kamala Harris is definitely a fire mid bitch.
Fire mid bitch. So she's like a 20.
She's a 20.
Out of 30.
She is a fire mid bitch. You know what? Kamala Harris.
But
I
if you're
guess
like
so.
a 7, she could be.
I'm
let's
very
say,
attracted. I've jerked off to Kamala Harris before. I'm going to go ahead
She's
and
a
say
13.
it. I'm going to go ahead and say it.
She's a 13.
Yeah.
So she's at the bottom of mid bitches. Kamala Harris.
Nah, she's towards the top of mid bitches.
You got to put her, because objectively, if you saw Kamala Harris walking down the street and you didn't know who she was, you would say, that's a fairly pretty older lady.
Okay, I'm being biased.
So right away, she's not in the top rung.
It's just
or the
because she's
top bracket.
retarded. I'm biased against
It's not
retard.
because of that at all. It's just because she is not objectively super desirable as a mate if you took away her status. So she's out of the top 29 through 30, the very top bracket.
20 through 30.
So she's got to be a fire mid bitch because of her career.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's a fire mid bitch. This has all become very confusing. What were we even talking about? How did we get here?
Jesus.
Well, it was the
No,
transformation of
this shit.
Fan Drew was really at the forefront of this.
Yeah.
So where did I go from?
I don't know. You made out with this chick on our 4th of July video, and
I
then
feel so
apparently
bad for
you
her.
went to 48 bodies.
Yes.
Well, that's the Leo and Danny effect, honestly.
Dude, this.
Well, I
his
want to ask
roommates,
about
too.
the environment, bro.
His roommates, King Croc, you want to know about the environment?
Yeah.
These guys.
We don't talk about Tyler, right? I apologize for Tyler. All right. So we don't live with Tyler. Tyler was an ex-roommate who became a bar and coke addict. But he was like not doing well. So we're like, all right, we have Danny Mullen coming down. We'll have him down. You know,
How's he doing now?
we try not to talk to him at all. He is a full-on bar and coke addict. He was already at that point. We were just doing like our
The kid with the hickey, right, in the video?
Yes.
The kid with the hickey in my
He
cave
did coke
diving
the night
video.
before.
And he hooked up with a chick the night before.
Yeah.
So it's obviously working for
He
him.
didn't even nut. The chick got mad at him and blocked him because he didn't nut.
Chicks do that out there?
Apparently.
See, everything we said about women on this podcast so far might have come off a little bit of sexist. But for one, I want you guys to know that women are blocking men on social if they can't come.
I know. I was like, that's such an obscure reason.
Well, they
to
take
block somebody.
it personally. They're like, "Oh my
but
god,
why?
I couldn't. Why? I'm a princess. I'm the hottest girl in the world. Like, how could I not make you come?
Man,
like,
because I have an 8-ball up my nose right now.
oh, that,
Really?
but I mean,
And
you should
plaster
be
drunk,
still
too.
able to." Yeah, I don't get it. You know, it's like when you can't get, you ever King Croc, you ever can't get a piece going. You know what I mean? And you're like, it's not the girl's fault, although sometimes it could be. You know what I mean? But
I don't think I have enough experience, bro, from keeping it a buck. Because I've always been rock hard.
really,
Why do I really not believe that?
I don't believe that at all.
I
dude.
actually-
King Croc.
That ass.
I was taking medicine for a little bit that would like prevent me from getting hard during sex. Like there was a period of 3 girls in a row. Like I was getting ready to put in, I just couldn't. I was like, "Fuck this medicine."
Danny, you ever have the
I'll
with the-
take that shit.
What was that medicine? Jack Daniels?
You ever have the
antidepressant
girl that
or
was
something,
so hot that just you were intimidated and you couldn't get hard?
I don't think I ever had that problem. I had a weird problem when I was at the height of my fucking days, whereas when I was really, really drunk, sometimes I had a hair trigger and I would climax really fast, which of course is the opposite of what most people experience when they're drunk.
Yeah, that's I'm jealous.
It was really strange. And I would have sex sober and it wouldn't be an issue. I could last as long as I wanted. But sometimes blacked out, I would come near instantly. Very strange. Fandrew, to get back to his environment, dude, they lived in a nice apartment when I visited them. Now they're living in a house, an even nicer house. And his roommate is fucking dope. His roommate's a solid wingman, TikTok kid.
Great kid. Amazing.
Yeah.
Love him to death.
Handsome dude. Who's got a bunch of TikTok followers.
Just hit 5 mil, actually.
5 mil. Tell him, I want to do a collab. Sex, fuck. I want to do a collab with that guy.
It'd be funny if you and King Croc switched places and roommates, switched households for a little while. That'd be interesting.
If you lived with a, I want him to switch rooms with King Croc when King Croc still lived with his sassy black mother.
That would be. Now that's a video, huh?
That would be good. That would be a video. That would be maybe a reality show.
Yeah. Would your mother kind of put him in his place if he wasn't, behaving in the house?
Yeah,
Boy, what
she
the
would start
fuck you
talking
do to
shit.
your hair? She doesn't talk like that.
She doesn't talk like that at all.
She's
man.
African.
What is? Does she have an accent at all, or just an
Yeah, she
American
has like
accent?
an African accent a little
That's
bit.
dope.
Can you do it for me? What she would say about Fandrew?
Oh God, dude.
Andrew, I want to talk to you about. I've been looking at your pants. When you come home, your pants are ripping.
That should be like that.
I like that. Dude. That's a really good accent too.
She's
man.
passive aggressive,
Hey,
It really
update.
tortures your mind.
King Croc will be interested in this. You know that lady who came out and talked to you one time about parking, who I told you was super racist
Hell
against
yeah,
white people?
yeah.
Just to refresh anybody who doesn't know, Adam Fu and I, my buddy Adam Fu, we were coming out of my apartment last May, and a black lady who lives in the really ghetto housing next to us saw us put a mattress out on the street that we were getting picked up by the city. I'd called ahead to the city. They came the next morning and got rid of it. We were not dumping. We were not littering. She came out and said something like this: "What you boys putting that mattress out here for?" And I said, "Miss, I called the city and they're going to pick it up at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning and do whatever they want to do with it, but we're paying for it. It is all taken care of." She's like, "Man, why don't you put a cover on that motherfucker in case somebody comes by and wants to take it back to their apartment and use it?" And I just said, "Oh, I'm sorry. We were throwing it out. We didn't think about it." She's like, "You people are never thinking about that kind of thing."
Wow.
Something to that effect. And then she asked us what we're doing. We're like, "Oh, we're taking him to the airport." She's like, "Where y'all flying to? Virginia?"
Wow.
Super.
Well,
Stereotypical.
I kind of agree with her on the mattress thing, Danny. You know what I mean? The mattresses are expensive. You're an asshole.
Fuck those.
Did you
boys.
see what King Croc's sleeping on? He probably would love your old mattress.
Would you love it, King Croc?
No.
It's covered in the cum, blood, and ass juice of a decade of orgies.
Just sell it. Bet it off online.
Wait a
I probably
second.
could've.
Wait
Burn
a
it up.
second.
Should
You're
burn
an
it,
idiot.
actually.
That thing is really valuable.
It's got some mojo.
Yeah, wherever it is right now, it's having a good time though.
It's like the holy
Crushed.
grail of, or if a bum's getting some pussy on it, good for him.
Oh my
but
God,
that
yeah.
lady, so I don't know what happened, but she just completely 180'd on me and now just loves me. Like I'll come out and her and I will talk. And she's like, "Oh,
'Cause she
sugar, it's
saw
so
me
good
with
to
you,
see."
bro.
I did. She saw me
She
and
saw
King
we were
Croc.
homies, and she was like, "Damn,
Dude,
I didn't-
that's so right. So King Croc, one day I came out to meet him, and King Croc's in conversation with her, and I'm like, "Oh, hi, how's it going?" to her, and then, "Hey, Croc, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man." And then King Croc walks over to me, and her face, the wrinkles, the hatred in her eyes, softened. It softened like when a spell was taken off some fucking cursed chick in a Disney movie.
Right. Well,
And
I think
from
you
then
made
on-
a mistake in not bringing up your black friend within the first 3 or 4 sentences of talking to her the first time.
Yeah, that's usually how I interact with black people in Los Angeles. "Hey, what up, dog? Oh, I have a black friend named King Croc.
Yeah.
Big penis.
Yeah.
Wears Negro life shirts."
That's what you have to do. I believe that is the right thing to do, right? King Croc, aren't you supposed to?
I don't know.
No, absolutely not.
I'm
Leo,
kidding,
I appreciate
I'm
I'm
kidding.
joking. I know you're joking. But she just loves me now and always talks to me all the time. But the rest of my apartment complex is positively at war with this woman. One day, so there are these two guys that live at the bottom of the complex. They're Well, they're douchebags, Leo. And I have tried multiple times to engage them in anything more than a totally superficial conversation. I hate neighbor talk.
How bad is the superficial conversation?
Well, dude, like, so the people in the apartment complex next to us, they're always dumping on our front porch and on the patch of dirt in front of our house. They're leaving bed frames, baby diaper boxes, all chairs, toys, cat food, all kinds of crap. And it's really, really bad. And it smells to the point where it's taking away from our quality of life. And one of the dudes who lives in the bottom unit, he walked by me and I just said, hey, this is, horse shit, right? Just trying to express my general discontent, hopefully find common ground with him. And he is, the whole time we talk, fading away toward his apartment. He's moonwalking. I
Was
thought
he a
Michael
drug
Jackson
addict?
in Resurrection.
Does he look like a drug addict?
He's a TikTok-looking kid.
Oh, Jesus. You got a
And
problem with that?
Yeah, he looks
You got a problem?
identical to you. Identical to Fandrew. So the whole time we're talking, he's like, oh, yeah, the owners tried to do something about that, but they couldn't. Oh, have a nice day. Just backpedaling. It's clear, like, I dropped the stuff I was carrying, hands on my hips, getting ready to have a little conversation,
Yeah.
Because in case one day somebody with a shotgun and a flashlight starts digging around our windows, we got to have each other's backs. Of course. And I wanted to form a bond. He didn't want to do it, though. And that's why when I saw the formerly racist black lady parking her car in a way that totally blocked half of our apartment complex's driveway, I looked over and saw that it only fully blocked in TikTok kid's car.
Nice.
And she asked me, she's like, hi, sugar, good to see you again. It's always so nice to see you. And I was like, oh, darling, you're beautiful. And she said, I hope you don't mind I'm parking my car here. I've got a really bad leg and it's so far to find parking anywhere else. And I said, darling, don't you worry your little head about it. This spot is yours.
Yeah.
So I gave her the green light to block the shithead TikTok kid in basically every day. And part of this other white bitch's car too, this white chick who just has wine parties and has a little fluffy Shar-Pei or something. Just total. The people they moved in, I think our landlord is incredibly racist and just screened for the whitest people possible. I think that's what's happening. But my girlfriend comes home one day and the wine/Shar-Pei white bitch is in a screaming match with a homeless woman.
Wow.
Because the white bitch's car is blocked in, and the car that's blocking her in, I forgot to mention too that the lovely black woman is also a hoarder, and she has actually not one but two cars that she has. She has a fleet of cars that are filled floor to ceiling with garbage.
Unbelievable.
And
she has a kid too?
Possibly. Maybe even grandchildren. But there was just a shouting match going on. My girlfriend reports it to me, and I was like, oh yeah, I gave her permission to do that. Whoopsie.
Jesus.
Fuck them, right?
Well, this is good. I mean, why don't we start stepping up the pranks? Maybe do an old the shit in the bag with light the shit in the bag on fire to the fucking TikTok kid. Fuck that kid.
Yeah. Make a 3-second viral clip of this, you piece of shit.
You got to step on it, man. Would you get if you see a bag on fire in your front porch? Are you stepping on it, King Croc, or do you know that it's gonna probably have shit? And I'm going
have shit. I know.
You going human feces? I think human feces is the only way to go.
What if I could see Tunde Baba doing a bit where he just moved into a neighborhood in LA and the neighborhood kids on Halloween, they pull a prank on Tunde. Tunde hear a knock at the door and he opens it and he see a fire. A fire that reminds Tunde of the tribal ritual in the hearts of Africa. But Tunde is not in Africa, and he knows the fire might burn the house. So Tunde stomps, and what does Tunde find on the bottom of his shoe? Tunde finds the feces of an animal.
It's kind of rhythmic, you know. It's like,
Dude,
I liked it.
I think Tunde getting that
I have
prank pulled on him.
beat on that shit.
That's a bit, dude.
Low key, dude. We got so many ideas. I'm fucking loving it.
Do you feel like we're?
I'll listen to this shit back and probably write that down.
Croc, are we making you a caricature when we make you do Tunde Baba? I mean,
it's funny. I found it funny multiple
we
times.
just make you play an African man.
That's what Coming to America is, and that's a great movie. Doing an African character is way less stereotypical than doing Jamal, like, hey, motherfucker.
Jesus.
And how many times has Hollywood just cast black guys to be the super black comic relief?
Yeah, the token black guys. Until what was it that he
down for that too,
the
though.
Scary Movie or one of those teen movies they did, like they had a black guy playing the token black guy, and he would just come in and be like, "Yo, that's whack." And then he'd look into the camera and be like, "You know, anything that's a token black guy thing to say, right?" Yeah,
He had him doing it self-aware way.
Yeah, it was funny.
Me, Myself, and Irene, which you had me watch. That movie is just so. I mean, it's pretty.
I love that movie.
It's funny, but dude, like. The comedy is just so boneheaded for a movie. It really does make you realize, like, wow, Hollywood was pretty racist even like 20 years ago.
Dude, that
'Cause
movie
that's the
is racist,
entire
yeah.
joke. That the kids are just hella ghetto black dudes living with a white guy.
Yeah, but they're geniuses. They got like fucking 1600s on the SATs.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's pretty
I'm
fun.
not like disapproving, but it just, you know that Hollywood now, the joke would be they were geniuses and they acted like white people. And the joke, I don't know, they couldn't do that now.
No, there's no way, dude. They couldn't do any.
Cuckified now.
Dude, they threw. Like, you remember Project X? I don't know if you guys watched that movie.
Oh, that was
yeah.
Dude, Project X has so many. You know, I get. I'm not gonna say it, but it rhymes with maggot, right? So many of those, like 25, and they make me laugh every time.
Dude, you could do.
But you can't do that now.
Yeah,
just that alone.
I mean,
a movie could ride on that word. A movie could be. You know what I mean? It could just.
Dude, we need to do it first. We make that movie where we let the agate word go loose. We will draw the entire niche. Think about it, Danny.
And we just want to get monetized so we can pay these guys. You know what I mean?
Freedom.
Yeah.
Think about it. I mean, you're doing something that Hollywood wishes they could do, Danny. You're writing.
Yeah. King Croc.
Come on, dog.
Once I have enough money to retire on, we'll do the F-OT movie. Are there enough dashes in there? We'll do that. That'll be the title of the movie. Just get. It'll be the title, and it'll just King Croc. It'll be like 10 minutes long, and King Croc will just be in West Hollywood saying that word.
Just saying it to everyone.
I'm so down.
We might have to. That might be a little too harsh.
Yeah.
Maybe he's just saying it to like the bus driver.
It's fun. As long
Like,
as
have a totally normal
Say it.
conversation with them, but they're like, all right, see you later. See you later.
Yeah. There we go. That's
Last word.
That's the
He's like,
opening
"What?"
scene. Well, Fandrew,
Yes.
Savannah, Georgia. Yeah. The chicks are hot out there. in
They
Savannah,
are,
Georgia.
indeed.
Yeah, so you're getting a lot of pussy nowadays. You know, how do you feel about? Was it Us that kind of changed your life? Would you say?
Do you want me to be honest about it, or?
Yeah, you got to be honest.
I want you to
dude.
be honest as long as you say that Leo and I changed your life.
Yeah. Good.
That'll be my closing statement if it helps. Just
All right,
sure.
all right.
Okay, so what really started is so I lived at home up until like my first month of being 22. My brother did all the talking whenever we went out. I never drove, so like I was basically like sheltered at home and never like did a whole lot of stuff. But I wanted to do that. So like whenever I went on y'all's video, it was like really fun. I did it. I was like, man, this is so much fun. And then I finally got like the chance to like kind of like live my own life whenever I moved out, July 2021. Started going to clubs, which don't do that as much now, but it really did open up my personality, forcing myself to socialize with like people I have no idea who they are. Met a bunch of cool people. So going to clubs, moving out on my own, going on a bunch of dates really kind of opened up my personality and helped me socialize more. I mean, like when you're going on that many dates, you kind of get used to talking to people and know what to say. You can try different things and stuff. So
And when your mom wasn't laying out the clothes for you for the next day, and stuff, you know,
She would still send him out to the club with a brown paper bag that had Drew written across it. Though.
That's so sweet of her.
I didn't get drunk for the first time until late last year. Yeah.
Okay.
And then I found out I had a very naturally high tolerance.
Okay.
Took 17 shots the first time I got drunk.
You got to be careful doing that. Your first time you get drunk, you don't know you're drunk. It really can fuck with you.
Are you on any medication or anything like that?
Why do you ask that, Leo?
Yeah, where's
What?
this going?
What do you mean, Danny?
Where's this going?
I'm
he
just
was
curious. I'm just curious
Well,
if he's on
see,
medication.
He's trying to
I
cause me.
was until I
Yeah.
found out it made me not be able to perform sexually, so I just kind of stopped taking it cold turkey.
Antidepressants?
Yes, actually.
Wow, that is a very dangerous thing to do.
yeah,
I speak
so-
for Big Pharma when I say you should get right back on this.
And you should get boosted.
I'm kind of doing this horrible thing right now where I take my medicine as needed. We're basically like, all right, I'll be fine.
You know who used to do that?
Feel myself getting depressed.
You
I'll
know who
take my
used to do
medicine
that?
for a few days.
Cigar guy, dude.
Really?
Oh, yeah. A little
shit.
stash as needed. Mm-hmm. See what
gotta-
happened to him?
Dude, you are. Did you get raped when you were a kid?
Were you
Traumatic
beaten?
thing.
Were you
Because,
beaten?
dude? If you didn't get raped, or if you weren't a 5-year-old child in a Holocaust concentration camp where you didn't get raped, I think you probably don't need antidepressants.
Okay, like, here's my thing. I think they prescribe the medicines too easily, right? There's so many things you can do in your life that will like make you feel better. Go to the gym,
Yes.
get active, go outside.
off.
There's so many,
Nice,
There's
Leo.
so many different
Sorry.
things you can do before you take medicine. So I don't like how easily they prescribe medicine nowadays.
Yeah.
And when you start taking the medicine, your body gets dependent on it. Because I also started taking this like headache medicine, and I went off of it because I didn't need the headache medicine anymore. I now have to take the medicine because I get medicine withdrawals.
Wow.
I get restless leg syndrome, so I have to take it every now and then.
I think it's
love
sort of.
restless
You can get like
Restless. Do
Oh,
you
it's
not believe it,
horrible.
Danny? Do you not believe it's a thing? Fuck you.
Have you
dude.
never had it?
No, it's like a weird little
Oh, it's horrible.
sensation.
You can't sleep.
It's a weird little sensation. Yeah, that's it, dude.
Yeah, like you feel like you have to move your leg. Or,
People downstairs.
Fuck them,
Yeah.
dude.
Fuck them. They're gonna be in and out of here in a couple months, dude. This place has such a high turnover rate.
Danny, Danny, do you think you're going to war? Your general is on antidepressants. Do you trust him?
Absolutely not.
Thank
Because
you. Me neither.
When the situation gets tough,
Yeah.
maybe we're backed up. Maybe it's a Valley Forge-esque situation and we need to regroup for the winter. I'm afraid old General over there is going to...
Yep.
And then who's
What?
going to lead us?
Fucking.
Who's going to lead us?
You got to take it to suicide, really?
What, I mean, your mind doesn't go to that when you're thinking depression?
I liked where we were going though with this thing. We were trying to get to the root of what happened where you had to take the antidepressants. Danny says, unless you were raped, you shouldn't be on antidepressants. That's the medical Danny advice.
Yeah.
That is the medical.
Unless you were a child in the Holocaust,
Yeah.
which they aren't making any more of them.
Right.
That's done. So
Well,
that
there's one in
generation's
China,
gone.
so
So
maybe.
I guess that's true. If you're a Uyghur Muslim, there
Yeah.
are still concentration camps.
Yep.
But I guess,
Yeah.
Leo, you're right. I did unknowingly say that only take antidepressants if you get raped.
it's like you're in a psychiatrist. Have you been raped before? Well, no. All right, dismissed. Just go on.
Yeah.
You're
Dude,
good.
the thing, antidepressants, though, so much of that, everybody naturally gets depressed.
Yes.
Because you have a human mind that existed or was formed 500,000 years ago.
Yeah.
A fucking million years ago. Even further beyond that in our primate days. That all it was trying to do was keep you safe from prowling tigers. That's all it needed to do. So now just anything else in your life that's not a real problem at all. A chick doesn't text you back. You get unfollowed by somebody important in the industry on Instagram. Your mind makes that in to a rival tribesman coming into your camp with a spear, when in reality it has no bearing on your life and it shouldn't have any bearing on your happiness.
Yeah.
But the mind is just looking for problems. That's what it does. If you realize that, you can begin to fix it. And there's plenty of literature and resources out there to learn how to run your brain to be more happy. It's simple. They should be teaching this in school
So true.
in addition to PE and mathematics. How to think in a healthy, happy way
I think they should
without
put-
getting big pharma to give you Zoloft. It's a fucking scam, dude. That's come to light recently, right? That everything that's prescribed in this country, any sort of medical emergency where anything's getting dispensed, it's about making Pfizer fucking richer. Okay,
Yeah.
that includes antidepressants.
You know what I love is that, like, big pharma is like definitely Pfizer. Yeah, they're all like, get vaccinated. What? So we're anti-big pharma, but we're plus COVID vaccine.
Yeah,
Even though
that's-
that's made by big pharma.
That was a very strange thing going on in the
Yeah.
liberal brain. Is the liberals hate big pharma, but they
Yeah.
loved Pfizer. Ryan
Yeah.
Long did a
A
sketch
lot
on
of
it.
studies coming out right now about the vaccines, by the way.
I know.
I'm not going to comment on the nature of the studies, but
I know there is some shady shit coming out, and Pfizer is aggressively lobbying to be sheltered from any sort of lawsuits by people who took the vaccine.
and what did Biden just do? Didn't he just put out executive order?
What is the executive
granting
order?
them immunity?
Yeah, did that go through? That happened?
It looks like it from the clickbait I've been seeing. I haven't read.
We
the
have
source
to.
material,
We shouldn't
though.
talk. Is
I'm
this
not gonna lie, I
actually?
haven't read
Talk
the source
about.
You
can
can't
talk
talk about this.
This is news. They are applying for immunity. Those companies. We can talk about that. We shouldn't get. It's really scary that in this country we can't talk about
Certain things.
things that are happening in the
It's the
news
truth,
for fear
man.
of getting deplatformed.
You guys know this. You've seen people get deplatformed. It's a thing, and there's certain things you can't talk about.
Yeah, that we should be able to talk about because that is factual news. We're not going to specify what you heard the vaccines do to you, but it's clear that Pfizer had an incentive in getting as many people to take the vaccine as possible. I'm not saying that's good or bad. I know a lot of people who are vaccinated, a lot of smart people advocate for it. I don't think the vaccine is going to make your dick fall off. I don't think it's bad for you. But just, I mean, they're a company trying to make money.
Yeah,
Same with antidepressants. And, I mean, what do you feel inside that makes you want to take that stuff?
See, like, I wish I would have not taken it yet, like done other stuff in my life. I've been on it for years. Well, have supposed to be on it for years. I don't know why, but like a week after I turned 13, I got like horribly self-conscious. I guess it was because like all my friends were older than me, and I felt like I needed to be older. So I changed a lot about myself back when I was 13 to like basically not be a kid anymore.
Did you Sharpie pubic hair around your penis?
Jesus, no.
Was it so? It wasn't like a video game gaff. Maybe like your Minecraft level 78. You just couldn't get past it. Made you depressed. Made you sort of like a detective, like that case you can't solve. You know? Was it something like that?
Sure. It was more like I felt like I needed to be older and I wasn't. So I was trying to change a bunch about myself to be older. So I was mainly just depressed about like I'm not where I want to be. But I was 13 at the time, so my parents were like, "Oh, let's go to a psychiatrist," because I was getting like horribly depressed and stuff. And then of course the psychiatrist, there's no actual test to see if you have depression.
Really?
Yeah, no, they just like if you go into a psychiatrist and be like, "Hey, I'm really depressed," they will give you medicine.
That's crazy, dude.
That's how it works with Adderall too.
So like that's my problem with it.
Yeah, that's how it works with Adderall, dude. You can go in and be like, I eat too much. I have an eating disorder. I threw up 3 times, and they'll give it to you, dude. Damn.
What's
Johnny
up, dude?
Mitch! Sit right there, baby. Right in the middle between these two jerk-offs, dude.
Oh, okay, awesome. I love coming across town.
You wanna lean on him?
So I can sit in the middle.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Homosexuals. Oh, great. And give me the shit, Mike.
No. Be careful.
You have to
Oh,
pull my numbers up? What the fuck kind of...
yeah, dude. Johnny Mitch is going viral.
That is definitely the shit, Mike.
What the fuck?
I'll switch with you, buddy. You want this one?
Danny, this can't be you. This is a production mistake. What the fuck is this? Anyways, all right, I'm
Listen,
gonna have a
I'll
good
give it to you,
attitude,
buddy.
dude.
It's all good. Let's switch.
Yeah,
You get the headset. You get the
Switch with King Croc, dude.
I'm not even gonna apologize for it.
Oh my god.
King Croc came in blasted out of his mind today. Anyway, it's fuck it, dude.
That's right. King Croc, I would insist you keep that mic, but you're pretty stoned right now. King Croc, he seems to be tethered to his microphone. He's having trouble moving.
But he's struggling.
Bro, it's real hard. Watch, hey, I bet I figure it out.
So Johnny Mitchell, welcome to the studio. It's been a while.
Thank you. I get the royal.
How's life been treating you? I heard you got fired for saying something very hilarious.
Yeah, let's talk about how you got
to
fired.
people at your work, which I can relate to, by the way.
Danny, since we saw each other last, a lot's happened. A lot has happened. Do we talk about banging my cousin first, or do we go into getting fired?
dude.
So I've been
Danny, this happened, dude.
I had sex with my cousin by marriage the other day. Okay.
What does that make her? What number?
I think what body count?
No, 3.
I
Second
think it makes
cousin.
it like 3. I think it makes like 3.
Third
She's
cousin.
my aunt's niece, blood niece.
Yes.
I'm curious about body count actually.
Whatever. No, it's
Wait,
whatever.
She's your aunt's.
Did we get one of the Paul brothers abandoned fucking?
Jesus
What the fuck is that guy?
Oh my
Look
god.
at this.
That's fan true.
Dude, he's
a big supporter of the channel.
He was a big supporter that
Nice.
had him. He gave himself a makeover, and now he gets a lot of pussy, dude. He
Nice,
makes,
I believe
he
it,
makes
bro.
$30,000 a month. This fucking kid.
Wow.
60
That's
grand
awesome.
on a good month.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what a time we live in.
Yeah, I know.
What
It's
a
a
time
weird
to
time.
be alive.
Yes.
I mean,
So, Johnny
Yeah,
Mitchell,
being
this woman,
possible.
your aunt's niece, sounds like
Yeah.
she could conceivably share some of your genes.
no, because it's my aunt by marriage.
Okay.
But dude, I'm not a. But the plot thickens, Leo, because I told this story yesterday on our show.
The fuck man.
Shout out to the fuck man. Go check us out.
Check it out.
I can't go into too much. I don't know how much they're going to be snooping, because we're trying to keep it. The family doesn't know yet. Family doesn't know. I don't know if there are any Leo and Danny fans. My family's pretty up there in Canada. They're pretty high strung.
So get this. The Leo and Danny fans, they are snoops.
They are.
Brooks Kossover's fiance, a fan of ours, found her sister in the UK, started DMing her, and flew to the UK to fuck a minor character on our channel's fiance's sister.
That's
unbelievable. The level of
Wow.
commitment is fascinating.
That's a 16-hour, $3,000 flight.
Wow.
That's a Jason Bourne private investigator move.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
He's going to try to do the same to your cousin.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Hey, man, keep her hands off my chick. That's what I say.
Hey, Johnny, what are you going to do on Thanksgiving?
I have no plans. I have no plans. What? Am I? Are you saying am I having dinner with the family?
I say you
Is that
come
what
out
you're
with this
suggesting?
thing. I say the two of you show up together.
Oh my God.
Mom.
Yeah.
you know your niece.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Dude, that would be great.
How hot is that though? It's the culmination of like the most popular form of porn right now.
Yeah.
And I manifested it.
I think I think that
amazing.
would, getting your dick hard over a cousin is completely normal.
But listen to this though. So today we're texting. I'm like, did you tell? I was like, because my blood cousin, who's first cousins with them, she was like, because she found out that we accidentally made out. Because we made out, we met at a comedy club, and we ended up getting drunk
You
and
say
making
we.
out.
You make it sound like you made out with your first cousin.
Sorry. So my cousin and my chick, you know what I mean? My girl.
Your third cousin.
My third cousin. We got drunk at a comedy club, didn't know we were related, and we made out. We did some snooping. She did some snooping, and we found out that we both have the same first cousin. So the first cousin knows we made out by accident.
Wow.
But for the fucking, there's no excuse. You know what I mean?
I think incest is big news in the fam. You gotta share it.
But anyway, so today I go, hey, are you gonna tell? I told my chick, are you gonna tell our cousin about this? She goes, no, don't tell her anything. I said, okay, cool. She texts me back and goes, I think she might like you. Wow. Now my skin's crawling.
Is the first
I got
cousin-
two cousins fighting over me,
Listen,
dude.
Great. This is great.
Johnny,
What the fuck is happening?
everybody knows
incest?
when a man comes into a household having sex with a single mom,
Right.
everybody knows that he really wants to fuck her daughter.
Absolutely.
The stepfather.
Yeah.
Are you using the third cousin to get to the first cousin?
Dude, I'm using it to get to her mom, my aunt.
Yeah.
She's a fucking piece, dude.
But is there something to that, Johnny? Because the old guy, there's all these dudes. So get this, a guy started fucking my girlfriend's mom.
Yeah.
And he put together this big ruse where he tried to invite me, my girlfriend's mom, and one of my girlfriend's friends to Santa Barbara. But at the last minute, he kind of made it clear that he really just wanted my girlfriend to come.
Right.
And then he said that he bought everybody their own room, but in reality, she gets there and there's a fucking cot in the one bedroom. And obviously this guy's plan was to get everybody drunk and try to have a threesome with my girlfriend and her mom.
No.
Wow.
Everybody wants the younger
That's
blood.
insane, of course.
Do you want the purer genetic blood of the first cousin?
Well, okay. I never thought about it like that, Daddy. But come to think of it, my first cousin, is very wealthy.
Wow.
And Daddy could use a little retirement plan.
Let's go.
I don't know what the future of YouTube holds for us.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a 401k plan, you know? It would break my mother's heart. We talked about that. What would be worse? My mom getting a phone call from jail or her getting a phone call from me saying, "Hey, I'm dating your niece, my first cousin."
I don't know which one's
We're in
worse
love.
because she got the jail one.
I think the jail ones. I think the cousin one's probably worse in terms of like a white woman who has to go back to the country club and tell her friends at bingo,
Oh my God.
my son's a top-notch freak.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
You know?
I don't think anything says she has to go announce that at the country club.
I think she's
it would be
talking.
funny though.
I think after
It
a
would be
couple
funny,
drinks,
though.
Danny, after a couple drinks,
She's
Danny,
gonna have a couple of fucking Shirley Temples, dude.
and
You know what
just
I mean?
start
She's gonna have-
yapping.
What do old ladies drink? martini and Rossi. You know,
maybe What do old ladies drink?
I learned in college,
anyways.
though, and I want to make clear right now for anybody from YouTube who might be listening, not advocating having sex with your first cousin. I think it is a deplorable thing to do. But according to a professor of mine in college, this guy is a professional, okay? So this is not misinfo. There would be no genetic side effects likely from having sex with your first cousin. That is far enough away genetically.
Wow. So we're no retardation.
I'm not going to say no retardation,
but not like a high percentage.
Yeah. I mean, if you have sex with a homeless woman, you're going to get AIDS more likely than not, especially if she's a junkie. If you fuck your cousin, more likely than not, you're not going to produce somebody with Down syndrome.
Wow. Okay. Tell me more, Danny. This is.
I'm out.
Dude, you're saying
I'm out of things.
You're saying this is You're saying there's really. It's just the faux pas.
Right.
It's
Don't let it stop your heart. Dude. Follow your heart, Johnny.
Yes.
Follow your heart.
You know what else is wild too about the other night? Me fucking my cousin. Didn't give her great dick. Really did not.
That's tough.
How much did you have to jerk it to get it kind of hard and stick it? Did it go? Did you go limp inside of her? Did you go limp inside and take it out?
Yeah, a few times we had to switch it up so I could recharge. So imagine the shame. You don't fuck your cousin good?
Yeah.
She might fucking go back to her entire family. Now all the aunts and uncles and the cousins know that Johnny Mitchell can't fuck for shit, dude.
The aunts, uncles, and cousins. Your mom might be like, say, Johnny, I heard you don't lay down good dick. You know?
Imagine that, dude. We're at fucking on Christmas Day. I'm like, where are all my gifts? She's like, I don't gift my son who can't fuck for shit Christmas presents.
Unless
you
it's
didn't
a
take
bottle
after
of
your
Viagra.
father.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a stocking stuffer. Johnny, what is that with you? I've heard you've abused dick pills to the point where you can't function without them.
Cialis over Viagra?
Cialis over Viagra, that's, the wealthy man's.
Okay.
I feel like Cialis is a little more class. You know what I mean?
And Blue Chew is for homeless people.
Blue Chew, yeah. Blue Chew is for podcast fans. People who actually buy shit.
Drew, you've taken some Blue Chews in your life, haven't
Never
you?
once.
Doesn't he look like a Blue Chew guy?
Dude.
I've never used
You
it.
snorted a Blue Chew at a party for sure.
Nah.
So tell me about that, Johnny.
No. Well, I got addicted to them, because I figured it out. I jerk off too much.
To porn.
Yes, and I don't, when I work out at the gym, I don't use gloves, so feel those, Croc. Calluses all over the hands.
He rubs his penis with that hand.
So
Croc. You're gay now.
So then I'll go home and I'll raw.
Bigger.
And I get it. Your hands are huge. Your cock is huge.
Wrecked.
Yeah.
You're gonna be killed by the police, dude.
Oh, Jesus.
So, anyways, what did you just come off the fucking country club caddying? What the fuck is that? They let you in? Tell me what country club it is. I'm going to the other one.
Dude, Danny did a video with him.
We took him to a country
Negro
club in
life.
Whiteface.
In Whiteface one time.
Dude, I got to do another one.
But tell me about this, Johnny. So you jerk off, because I've had this problem too. I jerked off to a ton of porn, and it was getting to the point where I was having trouble coming with my girlfriend.
Yes.
I had to stop.
Yes.
Wait, is that an
that's
actual
a thing? That
thing?
can happen too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're
Explains
out
a
there,
lot.
if you're out there knocking around in the wild and you're still single, it's not as much of a problem because
Everything's new.
Novelty.
Yeah.
Novelty, your body will always be able to perform because it's a girl that you've never fucked before and you may never fuck again.
Yeah.
Your nutsack in your brain is like, all right, fuck her, let's inject this bitch. But if you've been having sex with a girl steadily, your body rations your seed. And if you're already spilling it to Lisa Ann and to Marilyn Sakova, she's a big titty chick, then you're not going to save any for your girlfriend. Continue. Though.
Yeah, absolutely. No, so and I don't jerk off with lotion. I just don't. I need I don't know what it is. My biology says I want that calloused hand. That's the only
Same,
way
though.
you're going to chub up, keep a piece, and bust a nut.
Nice.
So I jerk off. I don't know why. It's just
But
my
you know what's
thing.
better, bro?
What?
Yo, this shit's crazy. What's better is when you use your blanket, dog.
Dude, literally. Oh,
No lotion,
oh my
You guys
God.
both think that?
Yes.
Use the
That is
blanket,
the
dog.
weirdest
And then
thing
go
I've
hand,
ever-
Then you go callus.
That is
Then
the
you go
most
blanket,
fucked
then you
up
go
thing I've
callus.
ever heard in my life.
Yo,
I
King
think.
Cry right here. Yeah. No, I feel
Thank
that.
God
I feel
I'm
that.
uncircumcised. I don't have to worry about it.
I feel that so much.
You wrap a handful of blanket up and you just jerk off into it?
Yeah, like this, not the quilt, but like the skinny one.
The sheet.
Yeah, the
you
sheet.
jerk off into the sheet.
Oh, okay. So I'm still not on board, but I'm more on board.
I'm still not on board at all.
Yeah, no, I think it's unnecessary. I think it's weird, and I think it's, I'm
pretty
just
cool,
not going to
man.
do it. So,
You got to try the sensations, dog.
As he fucks his third
but my
cousin.
point is, like, I just jerk off too much, and so then when some pussy falls in my lap, right, family or not, sometimes it gets a little tough to chub up. Like, if I'm with a woman, if like I'm dating her, I won't jerk off and I'll be fine. I don't have to take dick pills. But like, pussy just comes at you when you're single. Scattered. You don't know when your next
like the
meal
whore,
is gonna
like
be
the
there.
whore in Mexico that you raw dogged. He did raw dog
that's true.
a 10 in Mexico, but she was a hooker.
She was one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen. And certainly, for Mexico, she was like, she should have been dating like a drug kingpin. You know what I mean? And so, I took the bag off. But anyways, so that's really what it is. I don't really have deep-seated erectile dysfunction. I just can't control how often I beat off because I'm always fucking hard.
How many times do you beat off a day?
Just once. But it's
really,
yeah. I know which, but it's with a calloused hand and it's ferociously.
I'm not sure the calloused hand has much to do with this.
It does because your muscle memory gets used to that.
That's
you know
true.
what I mean?
That is true.
Yeah.
It's always the easiest for me to finish while I'm jerking myself off.
Exactly, because you know exactly how you like it.
Yeah, literally.
And there's more pressure you can apply.
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
a vagina and an asshole and a mouth can only apply so much torque.
Yeah.
So much PSI to your penis.
The asshole would be the
So
closest
much
thing probably to the
hand.
amount of to the hand, to the how
true.
tight you can get it.
Sure,
you
but
know?
once a day, I mean, at my worst, I'm jerking off at least 3 times a day.
Yeah.
Sometimes more. And
Wow.
it directly correlates to how stressed out I am. If I'm underslept, if something went wrong that day, if I check social media and somebody's talking shit to me, the more of that's going on, I don't know what it is, but the jerk off is a temporary escape from
That's
that
it.
that
That's
I
it.
keep going back to because you're not thinking about the hate comments or how your new video bombed when you're coming.
It's also it's also procrastination. Like
Yes.
when I had to write my book or I'm writing a screenplay, it's either a reward, like I got to get through this page. And after I'm done, Daddy's going to take a little break and start, gentle touching and rubbing, and we're going to make it throw up,
Yeah.
And then, or it's it's something to do. It's just procrastinating. It's just putting it off,
Are you jerking off to porn?
I try not to.
But at
That's
your
the new thing.
worst, I assume you did.
Oh yeah.
What's your category?
I mean, you know what it is. Incest. Obviously, step brother. I like casting couch.
Nice.
I like the bait. If it's not stepsister, stepbrother, stepmother, I like the casting couch.
I never got into the casting.
And I like it the first time. I love a porn star who you can tell it's their first time on camera.
The casting
then
couch
you get
depends.
the real them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
There's
casting
no
couch,
acting
there were
involved.
some good ones back when I first watched porn, like in high school and college. They had some good casting couches where it was definitely the girls' like first.
Have you
porn.
seen a guy who puts his dick? He leaves all his clothes on. And he puts his dick through the hole of his jeans. It's amazing. You're like, this
casting
guy.
couch,
This guy's living the life. He's not like there's no burden. He just puts his pants back on, and
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And a fat executive over at CAA, that's probably how they're fucking because they don't want to be seen. Did you ever hear about the series Girls Do Porn?
Yeah, I like that too. They actually put those guys in prison.
Exactly.
Oh, damn.
So
Yeah.
Girls Do Porn, they were renowned. It was getting to me from all of my friends, hey, dude, you got to check out these Girls Do Porn videos.
Yeah.
They are the hottest girls, hands down, on the internet getting fucked. I didn't know how they did it, but in a hotel room in San Diego, you would see girls who look like the hottest chick at Santa Monica City College.
Wow.
A volleyball player, a sorority girl from UCLA, that type. Whereas a lot of other porn stars are burnt out skanks. Maybe it's the Tinkerbell tattoo on their neck. Maybe it's the slight yellowing of their teeth. You can tell something is off, not with these chicks. Well, it came out, and maybe Johnny can help me fill in the story, that these guys were telling these chicks, hey, this is not going to air online. It's going to be a DVD release in Abu Dhabi or in Saudi Arabia.
That old ruse.
Yes.
That old tall tale.
So these women were convinced, and that really goes to show you, we were talking about this earlier, how many women, if you went down Rodeo offering $5,000, would come to a hotel and fuck you?
Yeah.
I think the answer this indicates is it's pretty high.
A high percentage of hot chicks. Now, okay, I did not hear that. I heard this. I heard that these girls were flown into New York City. So I did not know it was San Diego. I heard they thought they were. This was a modeling open modeling call.
Austin, can you pull it up and just confirm while we're talking?
So they got there, right? And they were brought up to a hotel and they were told, actually, you're here for porn. And somehow they got them to sign a contract beforehand. And if the girls refused, they would say, okay, but you got to buy your flight back right now, and you won't get any money. So these girls, they're like 21. A lot of them don't have $3,000 to buy a ticket from LA to the West Coast, or New York to the West Coast right away. So a lot of them just like went ahead with it. So that's what I heard. That's why they were getting locked up, but I don't know exactly.
So it was based in San Diego.
Okay, got it.
Pretended to have positive experiences showing up. Some participants were told that they would be paid between $2,000 and $6,000. A lot of variation there. I wonder what that was based on, but that's right at our sweet spot of $5,000. To have sex for 30 minutes on camera. All plaintiffs said that they were given verbal promises that the videos, plaintiffs means the hot chicks who got banged, that the videos would never be, that's for our audience.
I love that you have to convey,
would never be released on the internet or in the United States. Instead, being told the videos would be put on DVDs and sold only to private buyers or independent video stores in Australia, New Zealand, or South America. So I was wrong about the Dubai.
Okay.
When they reached San Diego, scroll down a little bit, Austin, they were made to sign contracts. This is what I didn't know about. That did not mention the name Girls Do Porn. The Department of Justice said that some were sexually assaulted. Oh my God. Jesus. And in at least one case raped. Filming was described as lasting up to 7 hours, according to an ex-employee. 50% of the women were not paid the amount they were promised. Dude, you're going to fuck them over and then not even pay them?
Yeah, it's pretty brutal.
So
it's pretty
evil.
brutal. But I will say, because I used to watch a lot of those, this is just despicable, but the guys wore condoms. You're like, why? Like, the majority of those porns, the guys were wearing condoms. So I'm like, dude, you're going to be a predator up to this point? Take the rubber off, dude.
Strange.
Go full.
That's where he
go
draws the line.
full predator.
It's strange. By the way, we came up with the $5,000 number because this kid spent $5,000 on a McLaren outside.
Oh, wow.
He's rented for
renting
2
it for the
days.
weekend.
Wow, what for? You got a date or something?
He does.
Just 'cause.
Tell us about that date. You do have a chick you're trying to fuck out.
I already
there.
did.
You already had sex
That was
with her?
that was literally just Saturday night.
Do you believe him, Johnny?
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm really surprised you said yes.
He's got a huge like internet thing, right?
No. He just makes money on the internet. He doesn't have that much of an internet presence.
But he's driving a McLaren though. Did she
yeah.
see the McLaren?
No.
Before you fucked her?
I didn't have it at that point. So basically,
That was in L.A. that you
yeah.
fucked this chick, and you didn't have the McLaren?
no. I got that day before yesterday.
What was the point?
So basically,
Yeah, you already fucked her.
yeah. I hooked up with her, I believe, Friday night. Right. She was just in Atlanta for the night, but she was going to Hawaii on Saturday. But she had a day layover in L.A. And I was like texting her, just seeing what she was doing. She's like, I told her, we should hang out again next time you're in town. She's like, I'm in LA, you should come. And I'm like, I technically could. So I booked a flight 2 hours later.
So you'd already fucked her in Georgia.
Yes.
And you came out here for seconds.
Yes.
How was that?
What? Seconds?
I don't really care about the
You ever
seconds.
monetize the amount of the money for the orgasm per orgasm?
I have not, actually.
How does this guy make money?
Yeah.
He sells
these.
He sells
fucking
Minecraft
stupid-
what?
So I own a company that does content for the Minecraft marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, those guys get pussy. Don't you know that?
yes. They
Don't
do
you know
now.
It's funny. Like-
Minecraft dealers? Yeah.
He's a Minecraft dealer.
Slamming.
Dude,
slamming.
He's
cash,
on
dude.
antidepressants. How do you feel about that, Johnny?
That's wild. So
Not
is,
even, like, not
is
as
he able to
much.
get a piece? Are you able to get a hard on when you're
having a
No, that's why I don't take them. That's why.
Yeah, exactly. That's a
Takes
big
them
one.
as needed.
Yeah, I think that's nasty.
Kind of like I take Viagra.
No,
Wow.
guys, speaking of having sex with her twice, the big problem I'm having now that I'm like getting like a higher body count is I don't get like as much pleasure fucking a girl more than once. Like it was a big problem whenever I was dating a chick. Like I had that desire to fuck like a new chick. I couldn't.
It's a big problem for me that defined my early to mid 20s.
Okay.
And then it started going away, but I had zero interest in repeat business, and it had nothing to do with the girls because some of them were really, really attractive.
It was just that thrill of it being a new girl. You don't know if you're getting sex, like that whole like process of like.
I love that.
Yeah.
That thrill
Yeah,
is
dude,
good too.
literally.
But I think also part of it is a self-protection mechanism because you know you don't have your shit together yet. I know you have money,
Yeah.
but maybe you're worried about letting in a girl to your close social life.
I've
or
also
your
been
personal
fucked
life,
over by a
rather.
lot of girls, so like
There it is.
starting to not like girls that much as far as like relationship wise. So that's another reason.
It's as you mature and you become more comfortable with yourself. I think that changes. I think it has less to do with them and more to do with you.
I will say, like, whenever I was dating a girl, the sex got better over time, but I didn't realize that until we had already broken up, and I like hooked up with a chick. I'm like, damn, that just is not as good.
Johnny, it's a sweet story because this kid got his first kiss on a Dandy Mullen video that we did.
Oh my
2 years ago.
goodness.
2
Are
years
you
ago.
serious?
Yeah,
2 years
actually.
ago.
2 years ago, he had his first anything.
Yes.
Yes, and now I have a body count of 48.
Let's
go
show
figure.
her. Can we show Johnny the kiss real quick?
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Check
And
this
now
out,
he's-
Johnny.
And now he's driving McLaren and
Yeah.
smashing gash.
And
dude.
check out,
Wow.
check out Big Pimpin' Danny.
You want to be his first?
Oh, yeah. You wanted to watch yourself one more time. Hell yeah, dude.
Maybe like a little pet.
Danny looks like does he look like an Argentine soccer player?
Dude,
with
he
that haircut?
does. He does look like an
Oh,
Argentine.
nice. Is that it?
No, yeah.
Girl's hot too.
She was.
Now what the real story here is Danny's pimp game right after this, Johnny. Keep an eye on Danny here.
Hot chick. Can I make out with you now too?
Oh my God, come on guys, this COVID going around. You're crazy. You probably got COVID.
The eyebrow, dude.
Come to Papa Mullen.
Ah, yeah.
Hey, it's nice to be the HNIC. No offense, huh?
I had to follow up fan Andrew. I
You're
didn't know I
good.
got
Bust.
Wow, that's awesome. So first of all, I'm overjoyed that you got rid of your Idaho Unabomber haircut, and that you now have, you have this like hip kind of, like European.
Yeah.
He looks like he sells ketamine in like a, a
Jesus.
Berlin nightclub.
Exactly,
Like that's a
yeah.
good. You're gonna get pussy like that, plus you got money, you got the whole thing. That's why I wasn't surprised when you said he got laid.
How much do those shoes cost? Show those shoes to the camera.
These are Yeezys. I think these are like
Yeezys.
400 or 500.
Hey, I think they've gone down since then a little bit.
It's a good time to buy them.
Yeah, right?
I was just telling these guys when I came in, I was just listening to the brand new interview on the Lex Friedman podcast.
Oh, I gotta listen to that. Yes.
Dude, it is Kanye. I haven't seen how it resolves yet, but
Yeah.
right now I'm in the middle of the part where they're talking about quote unquote the Jews.
Kanye?
And
Oh, Jesus.
Kanye is, and Lex Friedman, who is Jewish, is not taking it. It's starting to get tense.
Wow, interesting. Interesting. How did he get here? Why couldn't Leo and Danny get
I know,
yay,
Kanye
dude?
shows up here.
Dude, Kanye is.
How do you get him? Do you
he's
hit up his
surprisingly-
manager?
So
Yeah.
let me tell you a little bit about Kanye. First of all, I know that Kanye is surprisingly accessible to people he likes because he hangs out with one of my favorite authors, Bret Easton Ellis, the author
yeah.
of American Psycho.
Yeah.
Who does a Patreon podcast that supports Bret Easton Ellis. He probably makes like 15, 20K a month, but it has almost no listeners. And Kanye hangs with him and does his podcast. So we could probably get him. Also, my girlfriend, when she worked at Nobu, she said Kanye would come in and he would always want to be seated in front of everybody. And that he was really approachable. That you
Oh,
could
wow.
That the staff could talk to him.
That's
Anybody
dope.
could talk to him.
That's
he's
dope.
he's not a man in the ivory tower who you can't access.
Wow, interesting.
Well,
Yeah,
we should all take a crack.
You know
at it,
what?
yeah.
I think now's the time. If you got some cheddar, if you got a little bit of liquid, cop maybe 100 pair of Yeezys, right? Wait for him to change his opinion on the Jews, and then you fucking flip those bitch. The stock's gonna go back up. You know what I'm saying?
That's low-key.
Like that
Adidas-
might be
do you
the
think
li-
Adidas is
that
gonna
might
drop
be the
them?
lick.
True.
You
Probably.
think Adidas gonna? It's
Well, dude, he got-
60% of their shit.
He got his
Jesus.
bank account canceled. Like
Whoa.
the people that were holding his money, the financial institution.
Can you
the
pull that
Jews,
up, Austin?
were holding.
Is that legal?
I mean, I guess so. They got to be like, here's your money
Yeah,
back. We
They're
don't want
private
it.
corporations, right? I mean,
But it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
though.
it's
Like,
not good.
he's gonna have to put it all in a safe somewhere, millions.
I obviously don't like what he
You
said,
know,
and I
aren't
think
banks public utilities at this point?
yes.
Are
They're
you going
supposed
to
to
say
be.
you?
Well,
could-
no. This is a.
Are they
this
not
is like
private?
This is an investment bank. It's only
Okay.
for high net worth individuals.
JP Morgan
JP
reportedly
Morgan.
terminates relationship with Kanye West. I wonder what their quote unquote relationship was. I wonder if he just had some investments with JP Morgan.
More than likely,
Yeah.
you just his business manager just gave him, whatever. Here's 20 million. Start moving it for him, and they were,
Right.
just said, hey, no
Yeah,
thanks.
it's tough. People say this is a private company, that's a private company. They can deplatform you, they can take away your money or not accept your money. But at what point do these things become as fundamental as access to water or electricity in your house?
Absolutely, it's like social media. Like
Yes.
why why should you get deplatformed if this is how you make your living?
Yes.
Like, at what point does that become like how newspapers were, which is, this is a public utility.
Yeah.
So it's regulated by the government, which is dicey though, because the government that's in power now obviously has sway over Silicon Valley, and they go after people that politically. Like, we put up a clip the other day about we said Vladimir Putin, and it got flagged.
It got flagged.
What platform?
Instagram. So because that is the political taboo right now. That is. And if we had said COVID a year and a half ago, it would have got taken down.
Well, you can talk shit about Vladimir Putin all you want. You can say horrible anti-Russian things right now.
We were saying he gets a lot of pussy.
We were kind of saying, hey,
Jesus.
We were saying, hey, he kind of keeps his women in line.
Yeah.
We were saying, we were just saying, in Putin's Russia,
shit would go down, dude.
So there's not a lot of pushback in Putin's Russia.
Yeah. I think Lori's shirtless on a horse.
But I do think though it's better. I think the government, you can at least sue the government. You can at least go to the government and say this is bullshit. You can't sue Twitter because you sign your rights away. You can't sue. You sign those clauses for when you log into YouTube or Instagram, and you just have no recourse. So I think the government does have to step in if it's like, I don't know. They're probably just going to have to step in.
I don't think it's that hard, man.
That was my favorite thing Trump was doing. Trump was constantly at war with big tech, fighting for the rights of free speech on there. That was my favorite thing he was doing.
Yeah.
UK Croc, I'm sorry to interrupt you, man.
No. I was saying Section 230. C-230.
I thought it's Section 8, buddy. Come on.
No, but honestly, I don't think it's a big deal. We don't need more government policies, more government intervention. I think they're already in breach of the laws that exist right now. Section 230. The protections that they have to make sure that they don't get sued for somebody posting porn or slander, or et cetera, are the same protections that are supposed to protect us from being canceled for our opinion.
Right.
It's supposed to be
more a joke. I mean,
exactly.
A joke, yeah.
Because they're not responsible for our opinions by law. That's why they have this protection to be able to moderate and delete people.
Yeah.
So it's like they're already in breach. We just need litigation on it, in my opinion.
Hey, I like that. All right.
I've been thinking about this lately. I don't know if I've said it aloud
Not
to
half
you
bad.
guys or said it on a podcast yet, but I've been thinking about it. So most of the times when people we know get canceled, it's for jokes or it's for them saying something that's them playing with an idea that's considered dangerous or that might resort in violence. You make a black joke, that could result in the real life harm to black people. You make a comment about COVID, that could result in the harm of people not getting the vaccine. But how come it is okay for the elite leftists in Hollywood to force down our throats every quarter a new movie glamorizing and sexualizing serial killers?
I know, dude.
It's the most fucked up.
Jeffrey Dahmer?
It's a pro Dahmer. It's pro Dahmer.
Yes, it's absolutely pro Dahmer.
You want Dahmer to win. Like, you're like, I don't want this guy to get arrested. I mean,
yes.
And that's why it's very well done, though. It's very well done.
The
but
series
it
is great.
glorified.
I watched the entire thing. It's phenomenal. You should
That's what I'm
watch
talking
it.
I
about.
started
And then
watching it
Ted
last
Bundy.
night.
What
Yeah.
is every fucking teenage girl is obsessed with Ted
Rubbing her
Bundy?
bean
He was
to Bundy,
so
dude.
cute. And how is that? Tell me how a fucking stand-up comedian or a podcaster's joke encourages violence, but making it seem like every serial killer is a genius IQ dude with a six-pack who gets pussy or cock.
Oh my God.
How come that isn't encouraging
He
violence?
had great game at the bars. He would take
did.
home lovely
No.
black men like King Croc all the time.
He
and
did.
his game was phenomenal.
I watched a documentary on him before it was fucking cool. I saw the home tapes of this guy. He had the personality of Dino. I'm sorry,
He
Dino,
did.
but you're not
Oh my
charming.
God,
You're not
he did.
charming. He was a complete dud. And there's a clip of him at a family function, and his dad's like, "Hey, Jeffrey, well, how's work been going?" And Jeffrey's like, "Well, I suppose it's okay. Nearby my office, there's a McDonald's, so I can get lunch very easily." I mean, he's like a more coherent Stephen Hawking when he speaks.
But
he
this
had
is
that smooth. He was real smooth.
No, he
with it,
wasn't.
though.
That's an invention.
But Danny, that's a testament to how much guys want to fuck. You know that you,
Oh my God.
you don't need any game. You
Yeah.
can just say, I'm ready at the bar.
And they're
You can
down.
go home and bang cornhole, dude.
Yeah.
And if you're in Milwaukee, like a gay black guy in Milwaukee doesn't have a lot of options, especially before the internet. So it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go home and make you my little white slave for the fucking night, you know?
Dino, I'm sorry for what I said. You're much. Dino, you actually, if you were a serial killer, you would have such a fan base.
Yeah.
He's got a big cock.
You
He's
get
a
so
handsome
much
kid.
in jail.
But it would
you
still
get
be.
a lot
It
of
would
pussy.
no. It would be.
What's he
dudes.
rocking?
It would be
be
Leo and
guys.
Danny fan
Yeah.
kind of
Gay
demographic.
Leo
dude.
Danny fans who would want to fuck him. Yeah. for
All
sure.
I'm saying, dude, is that the fucking left they've completely lost their shit. And the right now is the party that's a threat to democracy. But all of the left's teachings, from critical race theory to their fucking reaction to police violence, I mean, those are not, I mean, they're borderline revolutionary. Like, I was reading a book on critical race theory's main proponents and founders last night, and in their books, they're basically talking about how their activism is tied into revolutionary politics, and they have to basically get rid of the entire thing. How is that not anti-democracy?
I think it's. You know what? I think it's a money grab. I think
It's always the
all,
money,
you know,
right? It
You look
always
at
goes down
you look
to
at those
money.
fees that guy who wrote the book, who basically started the or he blew up critical race theory, like made it super popular.
Ibram X. Kendi? Is that the
Exactly,
dude? Yeah.
exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, that guy makes like 20 grand a pop just for a fucking lecture, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's all a money grab. They talk about communism, all this bullshit.
Yeah.
It's just numbers. We're all just trying to do numbers.
Is he a
Yeah,
commie?
numbers.
Does he?
I mean,
advocate
he's
for
a proponent of like, yeah, some radical, African communism, or whatever. Sorry. Sorry, I said
there's
African.
A ton of them.
He's Nigerian.
No,
I mean,
real. The African communists, bro. That's why a lot of niggas don't really fuck with the homeland like that sometimes, just because, yo, you guys are communists. And
But there's a lot of good capitalists there, bro. Nigeria, you should be over there bringing back fucking blood diamonds. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be using your contacts.
Hey.
I always
King Gronk, what do you have to say about that?
I always try to give this guy the game.
Why don't you give him a little advice on maybe
This shit
doing some
going
more
down.
illegal activities? Maybe give advice on how to start the drug trade for King Croc.
Well, okay, so what you could do is move to a big hub for the international cocaine trade now is Africa, because it comes from the Atlantic. They move it from Colombia into Venezuela, and they put it on ships, and then they just sail across the Atlantic, and they land in like Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Ivory Coast, all that shit, and then they drive it north and into Europe, right? So you could move over there, and you could be like the middleman between. You could start working with like warlords and shit to like
Damn.
protect the cocaine shipments.
Well, how long till
God,
he gets
the-
rich?
I'd
How
be
long
down
till he
there.
One load
or kill.
One load.
What?
That's
What?
it.
Also, one load. He gets all the money, and then they shoot him and take the money back. No, but this is no. We're going to talk about this. So I have this idea because the Connect, which I want to promote.
Yeah.
This is my show about
He's
drugs and
got
prison and crime.
200,000 subs in what, a month?
Yeah, it's
dope.
wild.
Shit,
It's hitting.
man.
Thanks, man.
It's dope, man. Congrats.
So we had an idea, but we could maybe shoehorn this into a Leo and Danny episode. So the coast of Morocco, the very tip of Morocco, is only 9
Beautiful
miles to the very tip of southern Spain, right? And so that's obviously a huge place for smugglers because it's so close. So hash smugglers and coke smugglers will load up these go-fast boats, and they're basically just fishing boats that have been outfitted with like high-end motors, and they go like 100 miles per hour across the water, and it's just like a game of cat and mouse with the Spanish Coast Guard.
Yeah.
So what we could do is go over to Morocco, get somebody to rent us a go-fast boat. We load the boats up with bales that look like drugs, but it's just like paper mache. Like it's nothing, you know what I mean? And then we say, go. And we just, as we're filming, we start flying across the Strait of Gibraltar and see if we either make it there or if we get pulled over. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to arrest us. They're
I
just
love
going
that
to.
idea.
9
I don't
miles,
think they would
Danny,
shoot
9
us,
miles it would be like 30 minutes. Like that would be it. on the
Leo
boat.
looks like a Moroccan hash smuggler.
Danny, if we get caught, if they put us in,
Leo,
dude, I do, dude.
Leo just said Mondays are for dressing like a genie, dude.
Yeah, dude.
So
That's not a bad idea,
to
though,
make
right?
clear, the Coast Guard is the Spanish Coast Guard.
Spanish Coast Guard,
As
yeah.
long as we're in Spanish custody and not the custody of the Moroccans.
We're not going into custody because we're not doing anything illegal.
Yeah, they would just pull us over and then we get the
funny would
footy.
that be?
We might be breaking an international water speed limit.
You might just have to bribe them off a little
It's a
bit.
ticket, dude.
I
It's a
speak Spanish. Show us Johnny.
Have you seen those clips with the
million views, dude.
Have you seen
At
those
least.
clips with the guys from Mogadishu in the go fast boats pulling up next to tankers?
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
finding a batch of renegade soldiers on the decks, heavily armed, that just blow the guys away.
Right,
Can you pull up one of those clips real quick, Austin?
Bro, but
What would I look
props,
up?
props to those fucking pirates, though, bro.
So pirates attack tanker. Okay, I think it'll get.
Because they pull up to those ships, gigantic ships, in little dingy boats. Those are go-fast boats. Those are like lifeboats with little motors. And they start like blasting water at them. You know, they do all these things to where like most people would just give up. Like, I can't, how am I supposed to scale this thing?
Dude, look at this. This is real footage. How is this allowed on YouTube too?
Yeah.
So
That's fucking wild, bro.
I've seen a couple of these. I'm not sure which one this
On the
one is.
high seas.
This
and
is a weird loop, but yeah, I've seen some where the guys do come in on go fast boats, Johnny.
Right.
And they
okay.
take so much fire, and they're taking a direct path to the boat.
Yeah.
And by the time the go fast boat reaches the tanker, it slams into the deck, and it just got 2 dead Ethiopian guys.
Wow. Yeah, Somalia, technically, but whatever.
They might be both.
They're both pretty skinny. Hey, they're definitely long distance runners.
Look at this shit, dude.
Wait, I thought it was illegal to have a gun on a boat. I thought that was like marine law.
It doesn't seem like it.
Because I remember hearing a story about a boat that was under attack, and they shot and killed them, and then they got charged with murder when they came back to the U.S.
So they got to shoot these guys.
Wow,
They're going to come up and murder themselves, though.
No, I think now there's got to be like, you got to be able to have private security. I think if you're licensed,
I
you
think
can
that used to be the
have
case.
you can have like guns on a boat. I would think. I don't know.
I'm my own
Look at
security.
these cats, and they're still climbing the boat, bro.
Oh my
This would be a
God.
fun job.
That's desperation, dude.
To
Piracy.
shoot the guys?
No,
That'd be
to
tough.
be private security. on
Oh,
one of these
okay,
things.
yeah. I was
That
like-
would be a good gig.
Piracy's
Look at them, look
a
at them.
tough lot, but
Get the shooter.
Dude,
nigga.
this is.
but those guys, I think those are like the highest paid people in Somalia. That's like the number one
pirates.
fucking job.
That's like an
Piracy.
anesthesiologist.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Hey, Somali moms want their daughters to marry a nice, honest pirate.
Oh, jeez.
That's a bit, dude. That's funny.
That is a good bit.
Fucking
That's a good bit.
crazy,
That would have been a
bro.
good bit when the Tom Hanks Captain
Yeah,
movie
oh
came
man, when piracy was
God.
hot.
That'd be
See, when
funny.
you're writing a stand-up bit, it's ideal if something happened in pop culture about the piracy, right? It would be hard just to bust that bit out of thin air, right?
It would be tough to, like, unless you had some way to relate to it. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, I
Yeah.
was in Somalia.
Right.
Fuck knows why.
Yeah.
But I was there. And then, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's tough to, or you see like Andrew Schultz saw like a Somalian guy in the audience of his special. And so he played off the Captain Phillips line and
His
everybody
special was
got
good.
it. Special was good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Danny, when are we going to get you into stand-up?
I don't know. It's just such a time commitment to get good at.
I think you're gonna. I think you give this about a decade more. You know, you stash a couple million away, and then you quit going to bed so early, and then you get out. It's like a second career.
Yeah.
Something you just want to do for fun and the
Yeah.
love of it. That's when we get you out to do stand up.
I would love that. What I like about stand-up that you don't get when you're doing YouTube videos is I really like the instant feedback. Of
course.
The dialogue with the audience.
Yeah.
That really helps. I mean, it becomes an art form where you go to the comedy club six nights a week and you're listening back to recordings of yourself and you're thinking, all right, this little tag fell flat, but that main punchline fucking murdered.
Yeah.
What can I do to milk a little bit more out of this
Yep.
bit? Or this setup is too improbable, people aren't following me. I love the workshop element of it.
Yeah, you're a workhorse, bro. And most people don't work like you. Like stand-ups are lazy. It doesn't make any sense because it's the hardest art form. So it should require the most like fastidiousness and like just being able to just sit there and listen back to it and just say, okay, that tag didn't work. Let me write 5 new ones. Like that's what Anthony Jeselnik does. He's like a student of comedy. There aren't many people like that though. So if you actually have discipline, you can get ahead in this game because most people are just bums, you know?
And then you'll have a
Facts.
built-in audience
You
who
need autism.
wants to come out to your shows. I mean, I get so many people coming out to watch me and King Croc, even fucking Nico, dude. Nico.
Best.
Good job, man.
Jeselnik. And speaking of great stand-ups, Nico and Anthony Jeselnik, Kanye West said on the Lex Friedman show that Kanye West drove out to Oxnard to watch Anthony Jeselnik.
Wow. Kanye's in the traffic. He's like a man of the people,
He's
dude.
kind of.
So he's
Don't love the Jew comments. He's
Yeah.
dope in every other regard.
Kanye.
though.
No. He's and
His documentary's pretty amazing, man.
Now, so
Yeah.
what exactly? Because I'm off Twitter. I'm busy. What the fuck did he really say about
you go ahead.
the Jewish people?
I got this. So he said first of all he was going to go DEFCON 3 on the Jews.
No, he didn't say DEFCON.
He said DEFCON. He didn't say
DEFCON.
Expel it.
He said it the black way.
DEFCON 3.
Can you pull up what he said?
Oh,
I heard he said, I heard he said
that has a totally different meaning.
No, but he's saying death, like he's saying deaf, black. That's Black Death is deaf.
No,
that's what
He's just spelling. He wanted to spell it cool.
He's trying to
if
say
you
it
can't
correctly.
spell correctly, that's gay, dude. Everyone knows that. Spelling correctly is gay.
DEFCON. Here's the tweet.
Your Honor, he said I was going to.
said DEFCON.
He said he was going to axe.
Ken Rock, you really chose to fight me on that.
He goes before the judge. Your Honor,
They let me down,
Mr.
bro.
West said he was going to axe the Jews. And he was like, no, I was going to ask him something, dude.
So Kanye did say he was going to go DEFCON 3.
Oh,
on
wow, he
Jewish
wrote
people,
it. He wrote it. Yikes.
Which, that is, I mean, it's a silly... I never got the whole Jewish conspiracy, Jewish hate thing. I absolutely do not stand for it. But just objectively, I'm going DEFCON 3 on Jewish people, all caps, is sort of a funny sentence.
It for sure is. And the funniest part is he doesn't have any punctuation. It's a run-on sentence. You know what I mean? It's a C-.
You think if he said Mexicans instead of Jews, it would? Do you think he has any kind of press?
I think it would be not serious.
It might. No, if it was a white guy saying shit about Mexicans, he would be no. But since he's also a person of color, like, they don't really care. You can say as many racist things as you want until you get to the Jews. That's what
okay. But let me ask you guys, right? What do you think DEFCON 3 means?
It's a Star Trek term, isn't it?
DEFCON is a nuclear alert term. DEFCON meaning how serious the threat of nuclear war is at that given time. And Austin can back me up on this. Is DEFCON 1 or 5 the most severe?
I feel like Croc knows the most about this stuff than me.
That's basically what it is. DEFCON is a measurement of how serious a nuclear threat is. But also, I want to say that he said about the Jews, I'm not done with the Lex Friedman podcast. I actually walked in as it was escalating. The talk between him and Lex Friedman, who is a Jew. But basically, Kanye,
I gotta see that.
He said something to the effect of that a Jewish man took him into the hospital and got him loaded up on drugs, and then made some sort of career decision for Kanye when Kanye was under the influence. He also said something to the effect of that whenever a black person is making decisions in this industry, there's always a Jewish man to his right who's actually making the decisions.
That's your lawyer, buddy, and there's a reason.
Literally.
There's a reason you pay him $500 an hour.
Yes.
You don't get fucked like Suge Knight and all those Death Row Records people got fucked by Jerry Heller.
Dude, that's a good point. But
idiots.
also, how is he pissed at the Jews when he's worth $1 billion?
But
he's worth $1 billion. Like why are you pissed?
He was also saying whenever he said Jew, it was just kind of dripping with disdain on Lex Friedman.
Yeah, and when you say Jew, it's how you say it.
As Louis said, he's got that great bit on.
Exactly. I love the Jews, right?
Yeah.
Or, the Jews.
Fucking Jew.
Yeah, fucking Jews.
Louis C.K. had a great bit on that. So it's...
okay. All right, gotcha. All right, so you know what? I like Ari Shaffir's take. You know, obviously a big Jew comedian. He's like, what the fuck? Like, we're mad at this. Like, what happened to Sticks and Stones? Like, I do not see the hatred in this. This sounds like a crazy person. This sounds like a Roseanne kind of thing.
My Jewish friends
or a guy who is just he is bipolar. This is a manic episode. In my opinion.
He absolutely is.
What did
a lot of the
Roseanne
things he was
write?
saying on Lex Friedman are completely nuts.
They're nuts, bro.
He will start down a road that seems like it's going to be interesting, and then it will resolve with a word that sounds like it was picked out of a dictionary and just slapped onto the end of the sentence. You're like, that didn't make any sense.
That's how he sounded on Rogan, too. Like, it started good. You're like, oh, okay, fascinating. And then it just goes to batshit.
Yeah, so, it's like a ransom note made of clippings from various newspapers. Everything is just hodgepodge together. But sometimes, I mean, you want to give him a hug. His spirit and his energy is very attractive and cute and cuddly and endearing, but his attitude toward the Jews is a little prickly, right?
I think Kim had to come out and say that she was not for the comments.
Her people were just her phone was just ringing. Her team
like,
was
hey, you gotta get up
team was
on
like,
it.
you gotta do something. You gotta head this
She
off,
waited
dude.
a couple days. I was surprised.
She was hoping it would fucking.
Yeah, she wouldn't have to say anything. You know?
The Jew to her right was really letting her.
The Jew to her right was fucking.
Yeah, he said,
Austin is obviously pro Kanye. He's team Kanye.
Now, do you guys think now a Jewish gatekeeper is going to give him an opportunity of any kind now? I mean, do you think he's basically fucked in
Yes, absolutely. If any of his stereotypes are right about the Jewish people, if there's money there, one will be there. One will be there to pick him up.
He's starting. He bought Parler. Is that correct?
Oh, that's
so.
wild.
He is a billionaire. He can do a lot of things.
So he bought, I believe, a social media platform that there certainly will be no gatekeepers for him to deal with.
Yeah.
And also, I mean, Kanye he's going to have access to any sort of podcast, any sort of collaboration or platform he wants whenever. So we'll hear from him.
His independent numbers will be insane.
You think he'll
just shit on.
put music out? I mean, it's going to blow up no matter where it is, right?
Yeah.
But we're going to hear this. I'm going to listen to on the way home the rest of this Lex Friedman conversation because Lex is pressing back at him. He's not letting him have it. And one thing that Kanye's saying, this gets back to the Black Israelite thing, which I just learned from Ben Shapiro. They're behind a lot of terrorist acts against Jews or hate acts against Jews. But Kanye keeps saying on the Lex Friedman show that he's not Jewish, Kanye, but he's Jew. Because all black people are Jew.
Yeah,
he's not even saying a Jew. He's saying he's Jew.
I'm Jew.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It means he's a tribe of Jews.
Of Judah, tribe of Judah, right?
Yeah,
Judea or something.
Of Jews.
Yeah, it gets all goofy. It gets all muddled, right?
It's their own religion, just like everyone has religions. But, really, you just got to think about the fact that innovators, at the end of the day, are going to have to take some blows. They're not going to be perfect. You know what I'm saying?
He could really,
But this guy's a cultural thinker and a cultural icon.
Compared to this,
he's got a generation behind him.
Could it be that he's being intentionally provocative?
For sure, he said it already. I'm being intentionally provocative.
I don't think it's calculated. I think he actually believes what he's saying.
And he's having a manic
the way he's
episode.
displaying
He's having
it,
an episode of real, instability, a chemical imbalance right now.
I mean, that is a narrative you could push, or he's changing his decision making. Right?
I think
you don't even know him. Nobody here knows him.
So what do you think he's doing? You think he's doing this as a way of generating buzz?
Potentially.
You know what the
Maybe he
Armenians
is having
say?
a manic episode.
You know what the Armenians say?
I would not be surprised if he said
What did the Armenians
The Armenians say that the Kardashians made their family lineage comes from witches, and that they will destroy every man that ever comes into their life. And it looks like that's what's happening right
basically
now.
happening,
Doesn't it look like he's possessed by a demon?
A woman. Yeah.
And then one became a woman. I mean, and they have beauty forever. And look, they're pretty. I mean, they're works of art with the whoever the plastic surgeon is. Give him a raise, obviously, because they're all fake.
Yeah, I'm sure he's paid on salary.
But I'd bang Kim Kardashian.
What do you think? 46 grand a year?
Yeah, I think that guy's knocking down. It might be closer to 100.
Ooh,
It's Dr. Diamond.
with that 16% raise, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be big.
His name's Dr. Diamond.
Is that really this plastic surgeon's name?
Yeah, I've filmed for him one time.
Oh,
and
wow.
He does the Kardashians, and his literal last name is Dr. Diamond, and then they have a hair guy named Dr. Champagne.
It's wild. Like those guys have just got to be everything you would imagine they are. Just like movie characters.
Yeah.
You imagine the person that does hair for the Kardashians?
Oh, Jesus.
Like insufferable.
You know who I heard is exactly like the character you'd expect him to be? Are the Altman guys, the real estate dudes.
Oh, the real estate guys. I mean, the biggest douchebags.
So, but my girlfriend who works at a sushi restaurant, and the Altman brothers come in, they're like, bro, just sold another one in Brentwood. And to celebrate, I'm thinking about getting one of those bitches that I hit up. You know, that one bitch who's like a bottle service girl at the pool party. I'm thinking about getting her up to the Hilton and just having a fuck night.
Dude,
just doing a bunch of
These
blow.
guys are dope, dude. Really? I want to hang out with these motherfuckers. Who are these guys? That's how they celebrate?
Leo, they're homosexuals. That's how a gay man would talk about getting pussy.
Honestly, it sounds fake. It sounds made up.
That
Sounds made out. It sounds. It's kind of like Tom Cruise jumping up on the couch.
Yeah.
I'm in love.
As Artie Lang said about that incident with Tom Cruise, it's like, all I'm saying is, when you get into the end zone, Act like you've been there before, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. These fucking
That's
Allman
so
Brothers.
funny. That's what he said about that. So
Yeah, I
funny.
already liked this.
I'd love to be, speaking of drugs, I would love to get back in the coke game just to like have high-end clientele like the Altman brothers, you know? Like just
Newsom?
overcharge them. Newsom would be a great client.
Who else does coke? That
I just want to
that's
be. I
a
want to be an
celebrity?
elite coke dealer.
Yeah.
And this fucking doofus, if he can ever get his life together.
Which one are you pointing at?
That's a good call. Well, I get a loan from this guy. I get a loan for this guy for my first kilo, and then this is going to be my bodyguard.
King Croc's about 10,500 in debt. So how's he going to get out of that? You know,
Yeah, it's not
with
looking
one
good.
score. With one score.
One score. One score.
Minimal risk.
Hey, did you not hear me talk about the Moroccan Go Fast boats?
That's what it is.
It's
dude.
doing one run across the Strait of Gibraltar.
Why don't we make it?
Can you imagine Croc with fucking his goggles on in a Go Fast boat just getting pelted with fucking Mediterranean seawater?
That would be a fucking.
Can you swim if it goes overboard?
Nope.
Oh, wait, you really can't swim?
I can float up a little bit in the
a Mudflap did a video with you teaching you.
Dude,
how
I
to
went
swim.
across a whole pool one time.
I got you, bro. I got you. I give you a lesson. I got
That's
you.
great.
Starts with blowing bubbles and then kicking.
they're like they tossed a bale overboard. It's big and brown.
Well, guys, we're getting to the end of the line here. For the show.
What does that mean?
No, I
the
think
last show?
we're about to wrap. No, that sounded very final.
Johnny, plug. What do you got?
Check out my show, The Connect. It's on YouTube. It's also y'all can also listen to it as an audio podcast on Spotify and iTunes. And go check out our show, The Fuck Man. It's a dating and sex advice show.
That's great.
And,
the
if you're looking to fuck your cousin, I mean, I can tell you how to do it.
Yep.
So, you know what I mean? So go check that out. And please follow me on Instagram. We're trying to get those. That's really what you should do. We're trying to get those IG numbers up. Please go follow me at Mr. Johnny Mitchell. And, God bless the Jewish people.
God bless the Jewish people.
Andrew?
And also follow me on Instagram at King Croc BBC.
Nice.
Fandrew, what do you have to plug?
Definitely the YouTube, Drew's DREWC, and the Instagram, Andrew_.
Cool. If you need like a fucking stupid video game, what is this? Minecraft world? What you give? It's a Minecraft.
So I do content for the microplay. So I barely even work at this point. I have 2 people running the entire company for me.
And you're just cashing out $66,000 a month off their
Yeah,
Oh my God! Just
booking flights day up.
You should call him right now and motherfuck him.
Dream and
Could you
bang
call him right
out pussy that's
I know,
just
bang
in
out
for the
pussy.
night.
Yeah, literally.
Could you call one of your employees and let Danny just fucking go to town on him to end the pod?
One of your employees?
Yeah, one of his employees.
I have 2 people from Bosnia.
Can I call? Oh, they're in Bosnia?
All over.
Can you get one of them on the phone?
Can we get one of them on the phone?
Oh yeah.
I gotta see which one will actually answer.
We'll try this.
Hurry
Leo,
up.
do we have any ads today?
No.
Okay.
I
We're
gotta see
going to build a
if
Ship
anyone will
station
actually-
next month.
I have people all over the world. I gotta see who's
Should have
actually
told me. I would have tossed you guys a
available.
couple hundo. Promote the. Promote something I got going on.
Hey,
are you guys
connect.
looking? Are you guys open for sponsorships right now?
That was free, dude.
Oh, all right. Thank you.
I have no one online right now. Very unfortunate.
No problem. It's a long shot.
God damn it.
I don't want to ruin some Bosnian guy's day. It's already bad enough over there.
Yeah. I'm shocked that they have service.
Technology.
Yeah, it's just wild.
I thought they were in the Stone Age over
They're
there.
hella connected though.
Bosnia.
Just everything I reached out to them like, hey, do you know anybody who does this? I'm like, yeah, we got you.
Oh yeah,
It's cheap as fuck too.
Yeah, Bosnia. I mean, any ex-war-torn country is going to have the biggest gangsters. They're going to be able to do the craziest hacking. They're going to be, in the heavy drug smuggling.
The most racist.
Well, not necessarily. Well, okay, maybe. I don't know what
I will
racist has
say,
to do
they
with
said,
it.
yeah, we're cheap like Indians, but we actually speak English.
Perfect.
That's what they said.
That was
Filipinos
racist.
are
You're
like
right,
that, too.
You're right. Yeah. Filipinos are like that. Yeah.
Filipinos are the
Bosnian
best
girls,
freelancers.
hot as fuck.
Bosnian girls?
Yeah.
Yes, that's true too. And war-torn, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's very true. Bosnian girls, the Eastern Bloc in general, is just ripe with beautiful women. Some prostitutes, some not. Right, but yeah, you can bang nice, hot European ass. You want to go over there?
Wow.
Polish women?
Polish.
Oh
That's
my
what
God.
I've heard
Poles?
is some of the best.
My
yeah.
cousin is Polish. I got to stop bringing up my cousin.
Yeah. The only problem with those chicks is they're really, really stupid.
I was hanging out with an
Polacks?
Iranian
I don't know.
chick recently.
Is that
I've
an
never
old
been.
Polish
That's a
joke?
stereotype,
Yeah, that the
yeah.
Polish are
Oh
dumb.
yeah,
That's all I
Polish
got
are-
right now.
That's an old school stereotype.
I love the Polak jokes. They make me so happy because that's all we have is white men now. We just have racist jokes against specific European countries.
Yes, you
That's
can
all we
only.
got.
That's thank God for the Italians, or whites could not make any racial jokes whatsoever. We would have no fun.
I mean,
you know?
Germans you can always do. Russians, Polacks are classic.
Right, but Russians are half Asian. You know, they're kind of like off-white.
Dude, you can do anything to the Russians right now.
Yeah, that's true.
The left, the tech elites, they've turned their back on Russia. Fair fucking game.
You could sell guns to their political enemies.
You can sell guns to their political enemies. You can.
Ooh, wasn't that what we're doing, Austin? Was that a political dig? I think that's what we're doing.
That's a word. We're taking shit across the Strait of Gibraltar, right? Maybe some weapons over there.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, forget.
Oh, no, I forgot what you were
I forget just saying bad things. You know, you could send weapons to another country, and then they'll use them to kill Russians.
Oh, the United States is doing that. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're dropping an internet so the Ukrainian soldiers can jerk off to porn.
Yeah.
We're doing anything we can to fuck with the Russians. But all right, guys, that's been the show.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take care.
Check out the
I appreciate
Patreon.
it.
Leo and Danny Show Patreon as well, where Leo and
it.
Friends lives.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Drew.
Out.